the Tanya bird, so don't you know? Like and share, let's make it glow. Flint City News, we bring the heat. When we fight, we beat defeat. I won't give up, I won't stand down. The city's heart will never drown. Together we rise, we've got the power. In unity we find the hour. The residents deserve much more. Let's break these chains, open the door. The fight is ours, victory inside. Flint City strong, we'll make it right.
Hey y'all, producer Jay, I cannot hear any of the music. Can everybody hear me? If you can, I can't even see the chat. Sorry for the difficulty.
We can hear you. Well, you muted yourself.
Because I was going to play it, I can hear on this. So let me cut this back down. So I can't see the chat. So listen, y'all. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for staying and waiting. Look, this has been a rough ride to get to this part. Literally. Producer Jay, how you doing? I can't hear anything you're saying, Producer Jay.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I wasn't talking.
Well, then I probably wouldn't have heard you then. And so, listen, look, thank you to everybody that has, been patient. Technical difficulties, unfortunately. Look, wherever you at, drop in the chat where you from. I can't really, y'all, the brightness about this big, literally. Now I can see when it's on the screen. Hey, Cameron from Sanford, Florida. Look, we got Debbie Clark. Hey, you. Hey, Eddie Gray. What's going on? Oh, it's Charlotte Bow. Megan Swanson. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Sherry Allen. Hey, you. Just saw you yesterday. Carson Neubauer from Sat Nasty. And Jared Breckenridge. Hey. Listen, wherever y'all from Garcia. Hello. Listen, we got a good show. Constance Ramirez. Hello. We're going to talk about some really, Terod, thank you. Oh, you can hear you. Look, I'm the only one can really hear Julina. I am really, I can't hear he can hear, y'all can hear. I'm going to do chat on my cell phone. Good evening, Bishop Williams. So we making it do what it do. So I think we kind of winging it. Hey, Meat Freaks Barbecue. Listen. We're going to talk about some serious things. And I know a lot of you have been following, and we're going to talk about with the news. Hey, Alan Superstar, or Alien Superstar. New intro eats. Hold on, I ain't going. I just like saying that too. I ain't going. So we're going to talk about some wonderful things. I ain't going to say wonderful things. This is a sad situation. I take that back. It's been a lot going on, and over the past, I'm going to say month, really. Hey, 810 Flint, I thought I was late. No, it's me late. It's me late. It's me late, 810 Flint. It's me. Because I literally tried to get on 3 different computers. Hey, Sheena, what is you doing on here? And hey, friend. Listen. Hey, friend. Hey, Steph. So I had real difficult time getting on. This is the 3rd computer, technically this is an iPad to get on. So I had connectivity problems and some other issues. So what I didn't want to do is I didn't go on yesterday. So there's, hey, new one. there's a lot of things that's going on, and I want to make sure that we're putting out good information. I've shared on my page, and if you follow on my page on Facebook, you will see. But do me a favor before we get. Thank you, Sheena, with the purple hearts, and those purple hearts have a meaning. So look, click like, share, subscribe, and hey, leave with Mississippi in my crooked letter I. Auntie M. Hey from the ATL. Listen, click like, share, and subscribe so we can push. Hey, Tia from North Carolina. Listen, hey, Sir Gregory. Click like, share, and subscribe so you can push out the algorithm. If you're on Facebook, just Santa Clarita, California. Make sure that you hit the like button so that we can push this out. So I was really kind of thrown off getting started because I couldn't get connected. Hey, JP6. Literally, the internet is, I'm not going to say it's not my friend. It just ain't going very well. We're going to leave it like that. So I need to do a couple things with sharing it on the Facebook side. So please be patient with me. I would appreciate that part because I am literally third computer into moving it around. So there have been some very sensitive topics, and people understand what my position is when it comes to women, any person who is a victim of domestic violence. I am non-wavering on that because, hey, Bev, what women go through. So, hey, Andre Holland from Chicago, from Chi-Town. So when we talk about these issues with domestic violence, hey, Clack, it's really serious. And hey, Javar, a lot of people don't report it. And Producer Jay, I don't know if you have the hotlines. I want to start with the hotline. Hey, Marcus Hall from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And Sheena, thank you. She's one of the moderators, and Patrick Jean. I can't see if Patrick Jean is in here. But domestic violence is very serious. Only 34% to 35% only seek medical attention after they have been a victim of domestic violence. They do not go to the hospital. It is so underreported. As an elected official, there is no reason. If you can't hold your temper, this ain't the job for you. Keep your hands to yourself. We don't hit women. We don't beat children. And I don't want people to say, oh, when we discipline your children, that's something different. Domestic violence is horrific. It changes your life. You're isolated. People, it's not just the physical abuse. It could be the mental abuse and the verbal abuse that people endure. And it is life altering. People live this way, and it is not the way to live. So if you need help getting out of a situation that is violent, contact your local, this is a domestic violence hotline, and Producer Jay will probably be, will be putting that up. I think we did it, Producer Jay, our last show. Contact your YWCA, seek help. Help is available. Help is available. So I'm gonna restart the back of this story real quick with some of the things that have happened because I'm not gonna say it got interesting. I think this last week has been a lot. The number of women who have shared their stories, thank you, and please let up for a minute, thank you. Number of women who have shared their stories, this incident of domestic violence triggered something for them. So help is available. Speak with someone today. National Domestic Violence Hotline, all languages. Call 1-800-799-7233. 1-800-799-7233. Please seek help. Help is available. Thank you, Producer Jay. So not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before that, because we're going to start, because I like to paint a quick picture. Hey, Patrick Jean, I see you in there. I got 2 emails, and the emails were kind of cryptic, but they had specific information. And I got the first one at 8:13 and the other one at 8:39. I happened to be on the phone with my attorney, and when I got on, I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. And he was like, well, what is that? And so, y'all, I multitask no matter what I'm doing. And so when I got the emails, I was concerned. I emailed back and said, I need more information. Please contact me if you need help. And I got a call. I got a call from a young lady and her mother. Just happens to be a council member of the First Ward. Hey, Lenny, council member of the First Ward, child's mother and her mother on the line. I listened to the story. It was disturbing. Police had been there. Her mother was trying to encourage her to go to the hospital because she needed to be seen. And she did. She had bruises. She had bruises on her body. So her mother, I told her, because I've helped several women before with domestic violence. I had one, hey Jasmine, I had one lady who lives in Flint on the south side contacted me. Her boyfriend or child's father, he literally pistol whipped her. And on the side of her face was the mark of the gun, like right across this part of her face. And you could see the gun, the barrel was facing up where he hit her on the face. Someone on Facebook then reached out to me to help her. It was a relative. The incident happened in Burton. He had actually shot at her. And I don't share these stories. I generally don't. I think I did. I may have talked about this one, but not in depth. So when I met her at the Burton Police Department, because you have to start recording. If someone is hitting you, it is not because they love you. Okay? Love does not hurt. Love don't cause you to get a broken eye, black eye, broken arm, spit on, cussed out, called everything but a child of God. Love does not do that. Love is supposed to make you feel loved, needed, secure. This isn't love. When you're beating on someone, it's not love. So I met the young lady I met her at the Burton Police Department. They were, the ladies inside were a little different towards her because she was Black. Domestic violence against Black women is different. And so I was able there to advocate for her, being there with her, and her sister came. Often when you're going through that, you can't express what you're going through because you're still traumatized. So I was able to, the officers came. We had to wait for them to get to the Burton Police Station. She filed the report. Literally, Burton got the warrant signed after speaking her electronically. They went to pick him up. That didn't happen in the case. She, the child's mother, her warrant, the assault happened on a Thursday. And so we went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Not until Monday was the warrant signed. I don't think he got picked up until Tuesday. I believe it was until Tuesday. Hey, AK. And he was picked up in a traffic stop. He did not turn himself in. He did not. He did not turn himself in. And he had been over to council member Liddell Lewis's home. So the part where we talk about you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility when someone, because he knew that there was a warrant, why he gave 2 interviews, one with M Live and the other one with Flint B. You're giving interviews, but you don't respect the process as an elected official to turn yourself in. That is a problem with me. That is a terrible decision. When you turn yourself in, it's entirely different. You turn yourself in, you recognize something happened. And, let me turn myself in. This is what's going on. He did not. They pulled him over in a traffic stop. So, who did? So, she was scared this entire time. I don't even know how much sleep she's gotten. One thing that is what I've noticed, generally victims of domestic violence may have a parent that was victimized, and that parent's parent may have been victimized. So often it is generational. Often it is generational. And that's something we need to know. So if you are a praying person, say a prayer for her because she needs it to stay strong. It's allegations that, hey, it didn't happen. There wasn't any bruises on her, or this didn't happen. It's not true. Producer Jay, we have a little technical problem. Y'all listen, cancel. So listen, look, told y'all we had to get the little hook up here. So it didn't happen. They were hearing things that, hey, it didn't happen. Y'all, it happened. And the sad part, it should have never happened. And she's not the first lady. One, victims believe no one's going to believe me. She was so isolated. Where you'll see Taylor Sampson had given this, it's called the power, the willpower. And the will shows they isolate you. You'll lose many jobs. She's smart. And I'm going to say, she is smart. But sometimes we all need help. We all need help. People say, well, why didn't she get out? It's like saying we do everything. You go through something. And she has a life story, and when she's ready to tell it, she will tell it. She will tell it. But right now, we need to keep her in our prayers. Producer Jay. Producer Jay, let's get on with the show. So we're going to get started because there were some interesting things. Our prosecutor, I haven't seen him ever do two interviews. He did two. So this Thursday, she will be in court. And if you don't know, purple is the color for domestic violence. A lot of people don't know. You saw the movie Color Purple. The movie Color Purple, that's really symbolic, believe it or not. And so I remember when Color Purple came out, a lot of people, they didn't like it. And they had problems with it because they thought that it was violence. Honestly, y'all, I did not know when this movie came out that it was symbolic of domestic violence. And this came out in the 80s. And so the Color Purple is for domestic violence, asking for support for her this Thursday, 11 o'clock in Judge Haley's court. So the Color Purple prominently features and explores the themes of domestic violence, particularly within the context that experienced that Black women in the 20th century. So when the film came out, it depicts forms of abuse, including physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, highlighting the trauma of the characters. So this movie was really kind of ahead of its time. And it really wasn't stated that this really was associated with domestic violence. We saw the violence in the movie with Mr. and what he did, and her father, what the father did, and Harpo hitting Sophia, and then Sophia coming back and finding her strength, and Miss Seeley. And so the movie goes through a lot of different things, but the Color Purple is for domestic violence. And that movie was actually to bring light to it. I didn't know that at the time. Literally years later, did not. So let's go on to the next one, please. So when we talk about domestic violence, literally I had a meeting, and there's the meeting, and some of the ladies are on here. And during the meeting, it was only 8 of us. It was it's called the Color Law Coalition. 8 women were there who showed up for the meeting. 7 out of the 8 at some point had experienced domestic violence. It is so severely underreported. Purple is the nationally recognized color of domestic violence, representing courage, peace, and dedication to ending violence, which often includes physical, mental, sexual, emotional, and or financial abuse. Because financial abuse is real too. It's real. So when we talk about it being underreported, a lot of people, the victims feel ashamed. You don't want your families to know. This should have never happened to me. The most important thing is get help and get out. Get help and get out. So, Producer Jay. So, our prosecutor, I've never seen him do two interviews within, was it a week's time? So I hope and pray. I feel he's taking this serious, but as a community, we do need people to rally around her. 11 o'clock Thursday, please wear purple. And purple is for domestic violence and for her to have the courage to move on. Producer Jay, let's go on to the next one. Wear purple. Look, he on it. And Producer Jay, I want to tell you thank you because we had not planned this. Because one of the reasons before we get started, me helping her and taking the call, I need you to come on if you can leave the wear purple up. The other day, we got a producer Jay got a threat. You know, I get them all the time, which I have been getting them, but he got a threat. So I'm doing this in the midst of the threat and the 205 phone calls that he received because they don't want me to talk about it. They don't. Y'all done heard before I had the person call, I don't know how many times when I'm on. I mean, I've got the stalkers who say, oh, they want to hang me. But he had 205 calls in a short amount of time. Producer Jay, can you put up the text message you got? Now, he lives in Georgia. So when you threaten him from Michigan to Illinois, you crossing state lines. Only policing agency that will deal with state lines crossing, I believe it's the FBI. I'm an elected official. He was threatened because he produces my show. So in the threat, he received this is not my words, y'all. A bitch, you must think your bitch ass can't be touched in Georgia. Hoe sitting up gossiping with a female on a podcast for hours. Watch your motherfucking back, bitch ass. I'm gonna get you in that bitch touched 4 guns. And she using your stupid ass anyways. So I don't take threats very lightly, not at all. And now anytime you decide to do, they can trail here, even in WhatsApp, because now you cross state lines. So we are taking the proper steps to do what we have already started the process. I don't threaten nobody. Don't threaten me. Don't put your hands on me. This was the problem. And you, Producer Jay, you received, was it 205 and you cut the phone off?
Yeah, about, I think like 215, 220, something like that.
Okay. And then once you talked to, because he filed his police report, that was one of the first steps. And then I have stuff that's being done already on my end. So when you filed it, and you and I were both on the line, he had said he never heard of anything like this before. And, Flint is a unique place. It's a unique place, unfortunately. So he's not supposed to be producing shows for me, and I'm not supposed to be doing the podcast. So what happens when you put out the truth? Thugs, criminals, they start to threaten. They do. He's getting them, and I'm getting them. So, but we're gonna keep making people aware of what's going on.
Well, you run up down here, in the words of Mr. Mays.
I self-defense myself and been and did something. I self-defense myself and been and did something.
And when he said that, I remember, I'm like, what is self-defense myself? oh God. So I don't find it to be a coincidence that we're talking about very serious topics and Producer Jay is getting threats and I am too. It's not a coincidence. This is deliberate. It's a deliberate tactic. It is. She asks for help. Anybody should help. I mean, I don't care who it is. I would not. She's not the first person that I've helped. Not the first young lady. And as we see the culture change when women and young girls are, they're being called the B word, I'm seeing it a lot. I'm seeing it a lot. My generation, if you call a lady a B, it was abuse. It's about to fight. I don't call my friends B's. I've said this before. I don't call my sisters. I don't joke like that. That is not a word in my vocabulary for a woman that I care about or I'm friends with. And I don't allow men to call me that. It is not a joking word for me at all. I don't do that as a Black woman because it is degrading. It's degrading. I don't use it. So we're going to finish and we're going to move on. So Producer, I got to pull up my run of show. So I apologize for that. I'm thrown off just a little bit, y'all. So, Producer Jay, you not scared, are you? You gonna still be with me?
I ain't never scared now.
Okay, look, if we good, look, then we good to go, y'all. Here, listen, they showed trying it. And so, I gotta pull up.
We should be going to David Layton next.
Thank you. Because look, y'all, I didn't switch some of everything. Okay, so here's the interview. So we know that on a Thursday, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before that, a young lady gave the email and she called. The young lady she emailed 2 emails. She needed some help. Upon talking with her, found out her, and I wouldn't have cared who she was. I didn't know her prior, but she reached out for help, didn't know her. A lot of these young women who call me, I don't know them. One thing that I found was a little different. The other ones were able to get warrants out a lot quicker than she was. Say Burton's was instant. Like really, they were the warrant was signed while we were there, and they were able to go pick the person up. So let's get started because the prosecutor had a lot to say. Prosecutor David Layton of Genesee County had a lot to say about this. So let's play the video. Let's roll it.
Fire away.
Okay. Prosecutor Layton, talk to me a little bit about the charges issued against First Ward Councilman Leon L. Alameen.
So the Mount Morris Township Police received a call and were dispatched to an address. And when they got there, there was a woman who said that she had been assaulted by her longtime live-in boyfriend. And she had lacerations on her face and bruising, consistent with her claim that she was punched in the face. She had a mark across her neck, consistent with her statement that she had been choked, and she said she had been dragged out of the room by her hair. Her statement to the police was that Mr. L. Alameen became angry because she was looking at her emails and he didn't like that. So the police went, took her statement, it was corroborated by the physical evidence, brought it to our office, and we determined that there was probable cause that a crime was committed and probable cause that Mr. L. Alameen committed the crime.
There was an arrest warrant issued, and then Mount Morris Township Police ended up pulling him over. Was he pulled over because his license plate?
That all happened after our office was involved, so I don't really know the specifics about the arrest. I've only learned about that through the media.
How serious is this?
Domestic violence is an extremely serious crime, and I take a very harsh view of it. In my 20 plus years on the job, we've been very vigorous in our prosecution of men who beat up women. I don't like those kind of situations. In this case, the count for assault with intent to do great bodily harm, strangulation, is a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. It's alleged he did choke her. And so if that is sustained beyond a reasonable doubt in court, he could be sentenced to up to 10 years in prison. Count 2 is for domestic violence, which is an assault and battery upon your girlfriend, spouse, husband, whatever, and that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days.
You mentioned that your office has taken a hard stance on domestic violence. We've covered these cases. Does it matter if this is a public figure or not, or an elected official?
You know, I get asked that question a lot, and in this case I've been asked that a lot, and the answer is it doesn't matter who the suspect is, everybody's treated the same. We take the facts that are given to us by the police and we apply the law, and in this case it's resulted in a GBH count and a domestic violence count.
In the grand scheme of things, these charges are serious. I mean, it's a felony, it's a misdemeanor. I know that he has posted bonds. I know that your office does not determine, that's a judge's decision. Do you think that sometimes the bond's too low?
If I had a staff large enough that we could attend every arraignment, we would be able to take a position on bond with the judge, but we don't have that ability because, we're short-staffed as it is. We struggle to cover all the courts and the trials and the hearings. We can't be at arraignments. There are times when bonds are too low, and there are times that, frankly, bonds are excessive. But it's up to the judge, and it's based on the court rules. And for the most part, judges do a very good job setting the appropriate bond.
For your office, what's next in this case?
So we're going to have a probable cause hearing, also called a preliminary examination, at which time we have to prove that there's reasonable belief the crime was committed, reasonable belief that Mr. El-Alamin committed the crime. That's what's known as probable cause. If the judge determines we've established that, the case is bound over to the circuit court for trial.
Tonight, what's your message to the community?
Well, I want women especially to know that they don't have to live under abuse situations. There's help out there. The prosecutor's office is one place, the sheriff's department, the YWCA is a great resource. They have a shelter to help women who are in dire straits, and the national hotline is out there. You can call it 24/7 and get some kind of relief if you're in a bad situation.
Is there anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Okay, perfect.
So that is the Genesee County prosecutor, David Layton. He gave 2 interviews, I believe, this week, and that was his stance. He doesn't like men who beat up on women. His office charged with one with a felony, and the other one was a misdemeanor. So there was 2 charges. The gun was not, I don't think, charged. It was removed, and the gun that was the gun that was removed that was in the alleged illegal eviction where he drilled out the locks. So that was the gun that was taken from the house that was alleged to be an illegal. It was the eviction with the young lady with the video. So, these are serious charges. So let's put up the response with the council member. He said, I would like to take a moment. It's the Maid Institute. Thank you for your continued support. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone who has stood by me during this challenging time. Your support means more than I can express. These recent allegations are both false and deeply disheartening, but I remain confident in truth and in the legal process. My legal team is actively handling the matter, and I fully intend to clear my name and win the case. I've dedicated my life to uplifting and empowering others, and that mission has not changed. I'm standing strong, and I will get through this with integrity, with faith, and with the continued support of this community. Thank you for believing in me. Leon El-Alamin. Maybe he didn't see the prosecutor's video. I'm just saying, this is serious. An attorney would not even tell you to do this. An attorney would tell you to be quiet, and it should have been from an attorney. Your statements come from your attorneys. I wouldn't have put this out. Whoever had him do this was sloppy. I wouldn't have did that because this is serious. I would not have put this statement out because he doesn't need to have a statement because he's facing serious charges. He put this out on social media. He shouldn't have said nothing. Your attorneys will tell you, don't say anything. That's why you get attorneys. Now, he said he's got a team. His team should have told him, why you putting this out. The prosecutor, maybe they should have watched the prosecutor say. The prosecutor, David, you don't see him coming out alone. You just don't do that. He came out and did it twice. He spoke twice. One, he spoke very specific, and he spoke as a matter of fact, and he spoke without hesitation. He was very clear on what were the charges. He's very clear that there was a report. He's very clear. He looked at the evidence and decided not to just do a misdemeanor, but a felony. He doesn't make charges just because he's pulling them out the sky. Doesn't do that. He doesn't have anything against him, that the prosecutor does. He doesn't have anything against Mr. El-Alamin. He does not. What he has to look at is what's brought before him. They look at it, him and the prosecution, they're at the prosecutor's office, and then they determine what the law allows them to do, what the law is and what the issues were. And that's what they try. They don't just say, we're going to make this up. I don't know who wrote this for him. They shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have did that. The recent allegations are both false and deeply. So now you're saying that the prosecutor, David Layton, is a liar? You want to challenge the prosecutor? You don't do that. I mean, you don't do that. The recent allegations are both false and deeply disheartening. Yeah, they are deeply disheartening because she was abused. False? No, not at all. And I wouldn't challenge going in the prosecution's law. I wouldn't have did that. This statement he made, that whoever advised him on that, they shouldn't have. Their attorney would have told him no. They would have told him no. So we're gonna go on to the next one. So the next one is but I do want to say some key things that the prosecutor said. He said hair was pulled out, and I believe on one of them he said some hair was on the floor. Thank you. Then he said that she said she was dragged. She had bruises, and there was physical evidence that the officers from Mount Morris Township saw. Physical evidence from the eye before, and she also went to the hospital that they saw physical evidence. So when people are out here saying, we support you, no, I have a problem with that. You support domestic violence? Where are these people denouncing this and saying he needs to get some help? He needs to get some help, and she needs it as a victim. I mean, you supporting him jumping on a woman? I mean, I'm not understanding. And I've looked at some of these posts that people are sent. I'm not understanding. I don't know, when does it become I'm going to support him because I dislike some people over here so much. The law is the law, and it's alleged. And it ain't. I've seen her. She had jeans on, and even through her jeans, she had bruising. Thick jeans, not like a little legging jeans. She still had bruises. And people are saying, oh, he didn't do it. And okay, well, he has his day in court for this. He absolutely does. And so I do want to speak. So when we talk about, this was the police report, domestic violence. And these are just the things that the officers saw on site. This is not the hospital report. The hospital report is more detailed. In the hospital report, it goes over everything. It goes over everything. And so, when we look at this, it's serious. If you need help, call someone. Call the YWCA. Google the Victims Advocate hotline, domestic hotline in your area, or the number that we put up. This is not a report that says nothing happened. This is not a report. This is from the police that were there, the police that were on the scene. This is from the police. And this is just from their physical. They're not medical doctors, but they can see if there's physical damage, if there was an altercation. I don't think too many people with what her injuries were, she didn't do it to herself. Her injuries do match her statement. They do. So one of the things that people have said, and a lady made a point that people didn't understand the charter, and Liddell Lewis said, oh, what charter? Someone sent me a copy of that about him resigning. And so I want to say this because Linda Poley has got an awful lot to say. And I would hope that she's not supporting domestic violence or alleged domestic violence. And where are these people denouncing this? Where are they denouncing it? So she stated that people don't, basically you haven't read the charter. The council people haven't read the charter, or they're not understanding. The charter does not, let me be clear, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter did call for his resignation. in a letter. Now, the charter doesn't state he has to, but morally and ethically, absolutely. Morally and ethically, I stand with Councilwoman Winfrey Carter. Hers was not based on the charter. This is a moral and ethical issue in addition to the charter. The charter states if he's convicted. Now, I don't know how well, I'm not going to say I don't know. I'm waiting for the other part to come back because he had a felony expunged. But you cannot have charges, be charged with something or get another, be charged with something with your expungement. Now, also with the charter, you cannot, to be removed, get a new felony while you are in office. So he's only been charged at this time. So to ask for resignation, to resign morally and ethically, absolutely. Because, allege that you're beating up on women is just not good. I mean, you don't do that. We don't need any help with city council. This is so egregious. And I went to the hospital with her and her mother. I was there. Social worker came in, the sheriff's department trooper came in, the doctor came in, the victim goes through all these different phases. This lady, and there's a 911 call in from his city cell phone. She called from his city cell phone. So there's a 911 call in. So it's not alleged it happened. I mean, there was an attack in that home. So, Producer Jay, I want to put up the next one, please. So one of the things that people were concerned about was why was the bond so low, and was he supposed to be on tether? The tether wasn't on the paper. I don't think he's on tether. I do not, but I do. The $7,500. He has a cash surety bond for $7,500, which means he took $750 to get him out. It was Judge Tabitha Marsh. He was let out. He was let out. She wasn't even contacted that he was let out. She wasn't even contacted. So when she found out, it really kind of threw her that he was let out. That he was let out. And so when she was let out, he was let out. I mean, that was her her alleged abuser. And she went through, she's going through a lot, y'all. She's going through a lot. So can we put up the other one? So one of the things that attorneys were telling me was that normally for these with a felony and misdemeanor, you would get $50,000 for the misdemeanor, $100,000 for the felony. And he's an elected official, which as an elected official, we know better. It's like me, if you rob a bank, you know better. I mean, you can't break the law. We are the mayor's side is the executive branch. We are the legislative branch. We pass laws and ordinances. We don't break them. We don't. Not supposed to. And so this one, I don't know how quick this is going to be, so his charges are, on July 10th, he was charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than a murder. So he was charged, that's the felony charge, that he was charged with intent to do great bodily harm, but less than murder. The misdemeanor assault with that's the felony. I don't think I have the misdemeanor was domestic violence. So one thing that when we get out, or when they get out, the victims are terrified. And she's got some extenuating circumstances. She really does. She really does. And, yes, they'll have their day in court. But right now she's really going through, she's got to put her life back together. She has to. I'm hoping that talking with the purpose, I'm hoping that a domestic violence survivors and domestic violence groups will be at city council meeting and urge the first ward councilman to resign. People, thank you for that. I think people have to call it and denounce. This is not like, I don't even know what to call it when we compare. How do you compare this crime? Because like I said, when you talk to these young ladies, it's often generational. It's often generational. Let's go on to the next one, please. Deborah Thompson said, generally he thinks he'll get away with it. This has happened so many times. He feels there is enough fear from the past that the victim never had. That's true. That the victim did anything in the past. I mean, the pattern was. I mean, we played the video, the voicemail, and producer. I didn't put that in. I didn't put that in the thing. If you can cue that up, because you can really hear. And this one wasn't the July 10th. This was another time she had recorded him, because this happened that often. It happened often. And I want to say that she is a smart young lady. She's a smart young lady. But when you go through this, it takes everything out of you. It takes everything out of you. She has to put her life back together. And one thing I want people to say, if you think that he won't do it to you when you would an abuser, they will do it to you too. You know, they take their time, and it's just like we talk about grooming. You know, they go little by little by little by little. She didn't start out this way. It took some time. Isolation takes time. Chris Caleb, she needs to move out of Genesee. Well, it's kind of hard to move you when you got to get your life together. That's Tiante protest should be done. Absolutely. So, producer Dad, are you queuing up the sound? I don't know because you're quiet, but he's, you know.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it.
So, what I've learned about her, she does have an education. She's very well written. She's finding herself. But most of all, she had the courage to end this. She had the courage to come forward. She has the courage now to fight for her life. And she's fighting for her life. She's fighting to change her life. And it took a lot of courage. It takes a lot. And she's doing it. She's doing it. And I commend her on that, because when you talk to these young ladies, a lot of them don't. Are you ready? You know, it takes a lot. Because
it's loading.
Huh?
It's loading up.
Oh, okay. And I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about it.
Well, keep talking. I'll put it up when we're ready.
Okay, you just pop it up. So one thing when we talk about it and the things that they do, they can hurt you financially. Make sure you have no money. Make sure you're dependent on them for every little thing. They'll continue to tell you you're not pretty, or you're ugly, or you're fat, and nobody wants you, and I don't even want you, or you're not attractive to me. I mean, the things that they say, it is to completely destroy your self-esteem. If you have this, talk to a friend, talk to a relative, talk to a coworker that you trust. Prepare a plan to leave, to get out. Get out. And sometimes think, well, I can't do it, you know. It is almost never a perfect time to leave. It's almost never a perfect time. So as he's going through, I'm gonna run through. Okay, this is not the one that just happened July 10th. This is a prior one. So let's play it, please.
I don't give a fuck with them because I'm not chasing them bitches. That's what you keep forgetting. I'm paying bills for your stinking ass, bitch.
Nigga, I'm paying
Get
bills.
the fuck on. Don't keep saying that before you get your mouth blew out. Before you get your mouth blew out. Leave me alone, Kiki.
Bills for me?
Leave me alone.
How are you fucking paying bills?
Leave me alone.
How are you paying bills for me?
Leave me alone,
How?
Kiki.
How?
I'm done with this shit.
How?
I'm done with this shit.
How? I do 2 years.
Who was he upset for this one?
Something that he was, like, we've been Nigga, you was.
How long ago was this one?
I pay your water and your fucking, you pay the rest of the such and such. You want to stay in that? You want to stay in that corner? You ain't buying no furniture?
I ain't buying no bitch no furniture or nothing, ho. I ain't seen no, I seen them little texts. You said I ain't buying no bitches shit. Buy no bitches shit.
You admitted she gave it to her son. Stop lying.
Bitch, I put that in all my transitional houses, ho.
No, you don't.
I put that in all my...
No, you got a whole fucking bedroom suit.
You want me to prove it? You want me to prove it?
She had transitional
from my fucking brother to the other houses I got in there. I put furniture and all that shit in there. Dumbass bitch. Dumbass bitch. Don't keep running up on me now, Kiki. I'm done with the shit. I'm done with the shit. You came in here and keep starting this shit with me.
Yeah,
keep coming and stay with me. I'm done. I'm done. You better get the fuck on now. Get the fuck on.
You did me fucking dirty.
Take it how you want to take it, bitch.
You did me fucking dirty.
Take it how you want to take it, bitch. You better keep moving now. You better keep moving now, ho. Keep moving now, ho. You're going to become something else now.
Now what? What am I going to become, huh?
The fuck out my face, that dumbass shit.
The bitches you fucking?
They will be here.
The bitches you fucking?
If I was fucking, they'd be here. You wouldn't be here, ho.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I sure would.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Now keep moving, bitch. Since there's a problem and all of that, you keep moving then. If I'm so fucking bad and doing all that, just keep moving then. Just keep moving. That's all you gotta do then. That's all you gotta do then.
Quit using women.
I ain't gotta use no women.
That's what the fuck you said you do?
I ain't using no women.
You need control.
I ain't using no women.
You say you need fucking control.
I ain't using no women.
That's why you say all the shit that you say to them? Huh?
I can tell the bitch whatever the fuck they with. If the bitch try to play me or whatever.
So you control them?
To do what the fuck I need to do. Wait, no more shit. You better get the fuck up out my face with this shit, though. So I'm telling you.
No, I'm not.
I was on them hoes, them bitches to be up in here. You wouldn't
be
be
here. Where they be at?
You wouldn't be here.
Oh, really?
You wouldn't be here, bitch.
Oh, really?
Now, that's what it is. That's what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Now miss me with that shit and get the fuck on. I'm not fucking with you. Leave me the fuck alone. Fighting this same stupid ass shit.
Nigga, you the one did me fucking dirty.
I ain't do you like shit.
You the one did me fucking dirty, nigga.
You like shit.
You the one did me dirty.
Get the fuck on, man. I'm not gonna wake up every day. If you feel, leave. There you go. You ain't gotta listen to it.
Oh.
If that's what you feeling.
You put me out.
If that's what you feeling.
That's what you doing. You put me out. You put me out of your house.
No, I'm telling you.
You put me out of 5375 Western Avenue.
If you don't want to, if you don't want to hear what the fuck I'm talking about, then leave.
You put me out.
Bye.
That's what you doing.
Leave.
Stay. You put me out. You put me out of your house where you stay, huh? Huh? You put me out.
You say that in yourself.
You put me out. You put me out.
You say that for a reason.
Yeah, cause you put me out. This your house, huh? This your house, huh? This your house, huh? This your fucking house, huh? This your house. Cause you always pull that shit. Cause it's your house, right? Cause it's your shit, right?
Bitch, you better get on.
Cause it's your shit, right? It's your shit, right?
Don't keep running up on me.
It's your shit, right?
Keep running up on me.
I'm standing right here. I'm still running up on you.
With that dumb shit, man.
Huh?
You calmer than me.
What's going on, bro? James over there now, he was finishing up the thing.
Hello.
Yeah, he there.
She just said, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to my sister.
I think it was solid from what he was saying.
They ready to jump on. I mean, when I listened to that, it triggered something in me. I mean, he talked to her like she was nothing. Like she was literally nothing. The level of disrespect, calling her out of her name, telling her he would was a bust up in her mouth, whatever it was, he's saying, basically to hit her in her mouth. On the listening to it is, you want to talk about conduct unbecoming. I don't care whether you're in council or not. That's conduct unbecoming of an everyday individual. I mean, that's your child's mother. And if you ever have to talk to her like that, leave. Y'all don't need to be together. Leave. You don't like her. You don't respect her. He should have left. He should have left. So this is what she was facing. This is not the video from the night that she was attacked. The night she was attacked, he took her phone. She had to use a phone, the city cell phone. She could not, he took her phone. And that's what abusers do. They don't want you to call the police. They don't want you to call the police. And so, I mean, this is difficult because there's so many women that face this, and often they think he's going to change. He's not going to change. Talk to someone, your pastor, your priest, your best friend. And a lot of times women don't share this because they're embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. You're not the problem. It is the person that is abusing you who has the low self-esteem. And the only way to make them feel bigger is to make you feel smaller. They're the person with the problem. They are. And if any woman think they're going to be with him and going to be okay with it, abusers generally don't change like that. This just happened. So do you think when men abuse, do you think they just, well, he just abused her. It ain't going to happen to me. It ain't going to happen to me. It's going to happen to you too. Because when you sit there and you watch it and you know about it, it's going to happen to you. And it usually happens at a higher level. Talking with a person, we heard from Council 5th and 6th Ward speaking against domestic violence and advocating for El Alamin's resignation, but it's a shame we haven't heard from our state rep and councilwoman from the 2nd and 7th Ward. I'm in agreement 100%. 100%. Because when you talk, if a woman thinks with this just happened July 10th, that somehow you're going to escape what he's done to her is not going to happen to you, you ought to show who he is. Like Dr. Maya Angelou said, when they show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. When they show you who they are, believe them. He'll have his day in court, but that's his voice on there talking to her. And that's not normal. That's not healthy. That is verbal abuse. It's not normal. It's not the normal way. It's not normal for you to be called a stinking hoe, bitch, I'll bust your mouth, or whatever, you hit her in the mouth. That's not normal. It's just not normal. So let's address the issue where it alleged that it happened in my Morris Township. It's not Flint. We're required to live within the city of Flint. It's a requirement. It's in the city charter. Along with the fact that it is in the city charter, there have been some cases notable cases where people who did not, they were supposed to live in the city. She has stated in a signed affidavit that he does not live in the city. So based on some information, here are some notable cases of elected officials who have faced scrutiny and charges related to residency problems. We got one in Lapeer now. And I think Detroit area has got 3. One, Karen Springer, Macomb County. In 2018, Karen Springer, Macomb County clerk, was ousted from office by a judge who ruled she was not eligible to run because she didn't actually live in the county when she filed her election paper. I think that's the same one as Lapeer. Here we go. Number 2, Lapeer Commissioner McMahon. Lapeer County McMahon was charged with lying about his residency on his candidacy affidavit. Well, on Leon's affidavit, he stated that he lived in Flint at 606 East Mott Street. There's rent receipts that say he does not, that it was rented out to a lady named Lori. She has a lease. So I don't know how you written out to Lori and living it. You can't do both. You can't do both. He was charged with lying about his residency. That means when you sign your affidavit, raise your hand, you say, hey, I live in this house. I live where I say I live. And McMahon was charged with lying about his residency on his candidate affidavit. The charges alleged that he did not reside at the address listed on the candidate affidavit when he filed to run. Brian Posthumus is a state representative. In March 2025, it was reported that State Representative Brian Posthumus, who ran on a platform targeting, this is really hypocritical. He ran on a platform targeting voter fraud, had his residency questioned. While not accused of lying on the affidavit, concerns were raised about his residency and the consistency of his stated address within district he represented, particularly in contrast. Posthumous stated that he rented an apartment. We said, no, hold on, y'all. Posthumous, this is a whole name, y'all. Posthumous stated he rented an apartment in the district to meet residency specifications after an earlier issue with a Byron apartment not qualifying as a residence. So she has stated in her statement he does not live. He has always lived on Sherman Street. Well, that means that, and the penalty for that, I believe, is a felony. So he would be facing, if there's an investigation. The first ward really doesn't have the state penalties. Thank you. Look, producer Jay, you on it. Y'all look, tip the DJ producer Jay, because look, he done got threatened and everything. So state penalties: imprisonment. Falsifying documents is generally charged as a felony crime, which can result in incarceration of at least a year. 2, fines. Substantial monetary fines are also typically imposed. 3, probation and parole. Instead of or in addition to imprisonment, individuals may be subject to probation and parole. Restitution. Similar to federal offenses, individuals may be required to pay back the victims for their losses. Now, Carol ran against them. She might, he didn't live there and he ran, and she was in that. So if you ran for that first ward, look, y'all need to be filing a charge or lawsuit because you paid for, you had campaign expenses. Carol, whoever else that ran. Restitution to federal offenses, anyone who required to pay back for the victim loss. Key factors determining penalties. Nature of the document. Falsifying documents like passports, birth certificates, which are crucial in identity verification, national security, can lead to more severe penalties. Intent to deceive. What's their intent to deceive? To be convicted, prosecutors must prove that the individual had the deliberate aim of deceiving someone for personal gain to cost them. Well, he stated he didn't live there. We know that Flint trash can was in front of that house with that serial number. It was there. That trash can was there. There, we know that Lori was receiving. She lived at the house. She had a lease. There's rent receipts. So, I don't know how you get out of that. I really don't. The police were called to that home. He had the police, his relatives come there to get clothes. He needed a few clothes from his home and his laptop, and they did. They came and retrieved those few things. I don't know how you get out of this. I do not. You had the police who seen your clothes. You lived there. It's very clear. And that's one of the determining factors that they do. So one of the things they determine when they're figuring out residency, they may show up and go through your home and take pictures. They talk to your neighbors. Yes, his work phone was used, Angie. Yes. They talk to your neighbors. They talk to your neighbors. And if you haven't been a good neighbor, you will be surprised. Your neighbors will narc on you. They will tell. Your neighbors will tell your business. They will do it. They do it all the time. Matter of fact, what they used to do for if you were to be hired for city jobs or certain jobs, they would talk to your neighbors. And if you had children by someone prior, they talk to your your baby mama. They would interview them. And that's a fact. So they're going to talk to the neighbors. The investigation is going to look at a lot of things. They're going to talk to neighbors on where he stated he lived at. This, I don't know how you get out of this. He's got a lot of stuff that is going on. So he's got the misdemeanor for domestic violence. He's been charged with the felony for less than murder, but with intent to strangulation, whatever that charge is. Then he's got residency is going to come up because it's clear he doesn't live there. Then did he have intent to deceive? Did he lie on his affidavit? He's got some stuff to really take that he's got to contend with. And these are all serious charges. These are all very serious charges. So, hey, Tori, how are you? So when we look at these things, as elected officials, we are held to a different standard. We just are. I can't be out there smoking crack and saying, oh, we got to, do something about the crackheads hanging out on the corner. You just can't do that. No, get them some help. Something is wrong here. Something is wrong. And here he is. And I believe that whoever got Leon in that set is regretting it and looking for another ambassador. Well, this is why that third ward is important, because we know that when they have 5 votes, did the residents get anything? They didn't. And I'm hearing, not hearing, I've seen pictures. LaShawn house looked nice. I've said it before. She got new windows. She got new siding. She got a new porch. She got a new roof. I mean, she got all of that. But she didn't take care of the residents first. To me, it is, how you gonna get it and then say, and she's asking people what, and telling people, I'm gonna sign you up. Yeah, some of the people I didn't talk to them, sign me up. Well, what color siding do you want? What color siding do you want? That's just not cool. So that third ward race is important. You take care of the residents first. You take care of the residents first. You asking people what color siding that they want. You don't do that. But when you also tell them Liddell is the money person, these people talking, they talking. And when these people talking and you telling them, she telling them, I can get you this. That's not what you run on. You can't, because we have to put money in that. We have to. How is she jumping the line? And here's the thing with these programs. You cannot get all of those things at once. You maybe get a roof this year, then you maybe have to wait 2 years and get something else. You may have to be able to get a porch done, and then you may have to get windows later. She got all of this done this year. How are you getting this done? And then telling you, I got mine. Why don't you get it for the people first? She got it for herself. And now saying, I'm going to get it for you. We've had 5 votes before, and the people didn't get it. They had 5 votes. The people didn't get anything. The people didn't. They didn't get it. And tell them I can get you siding and I can get you this. You're lying and misrepresenting. You can't tell people that. She's lying to the people. And she's been telling, I filed a complaint, absolutely did. Because I talked to one man, said that you touched the ballot. You can't touch ballot. You can't be in possession of anybody's ballot for any reason. You can't fill out nothing on that ballot. You can't fill that ballot out and drop it off. It cannot be in your possession. So far, 4 people. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to do this. You can't, that's not what you do. And who endorsed her should be telling her, don't do this. Because if you need to stop it. Listening to them, these people talking. You can't get everybody. It ain't just okay to lie. You ain't seeing what's happening with all them liars in that group. You ain't seeing what's happening. You ain't seeing how God is looking at these people, and she go to church and saying, you, and you. Y'all better look at what happened to Bishop Christopher Martin, how they exposed him. Nobody would ever saw them text messages. Genevieve, I couldn't even get help with my windows. Did all the stuff when they asked you to come down, and she didn't get it. Look, third ward, get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Get out there and vote. Get out there. This is not the way stuff is done. Give her what she wants. She's doing whatever. She actually got to do what they tell her to do now. Why? She done got windows. She done got siding. She done got doors. She got to do whatever they tell her to do because they paid her up front. So let's say you're getting a new roof. That would probably have been about $18,000. She got new siding. Let's say $7,500. She got new windows. Depending on how many windows, That could have been about what, 20 grand, in between, maybe 16 to 20 grand. She got a new porch, a whole new porch. That was about what, 12,000. She got all of that at one time. They paid her up front to go and tell lies to these people that she's gonna do it. And then people talking. They talking. You can't leave out with nobody ballot. You can't, your son can't, your daughter can't, the people in your campaign can't. They can't fill nothing out. You can't do that. They paid her up front. She got everything in the house done this year. She got paid up front. You watch what they do, and there's some more stuff coming out, y'all. I'm telling you, it's some more coming out. It's some more stuff coming out. So when we look at this, what do you think she's gonna get in there and do? Whose fifth vote is she gonna be? She can't be impartial. She done got the whole complete house hook up. She can't be impartial. She owed them for the roof, the siding, the windows, the porch. She owed them for that. She coming in owing them. That vote is to whatever. That vote is going to keep the residents being thrown out of city council. That's going to make sure that they get another round of themselves getting ARPA funds. That's going to be another round of them doing what they want to do. The residents being disrespected. The water ain't fixed. The service lines aren't complete. People still complaining their water is not clear. What do you think is going to happen with her in there? Whatever's left in ARPA, you won't get it. You have the time to make sure to get out there to help your kid. Beverly Biggs is looking for people to help her. Contact her. You won't change, and you ain't got to be in that ward to help knock doors. You won't change. Change does not come with you sitting and saying, oh, I would like change. Change takes action. Change takes action. You have to get involved. 80-some people have been thrown out. People thrown out for saying, clapping, coughing. People are saying, what? That's your first warning. Okay. And the person say, okay, that's your second warning. It's time to stop this nonsense. Flint getting the lawsuits up to Yahoo. And it's going to continue until we get a fifth vote with a person who is full with honesty, integrity, and character. LaShawn coming in on a roof, some siding, a brand new front porch, windows. Come on. Who do you think she working for? Who do you think? Residents won't be made whole. Mayor Neely sent out a postcard on city stock. Councilwoman for Carter made a complaint. We know complaints take forever for the state to fix them. We know that. We know that when these complaints go out, they look out. Basically, they want Flint to settle their own problems. They want Flint too. That's what they want. We have so many problems that it becomes overwhelming. It kind of becomes like, not Flint again. Yes, Flint, unfortunately, again. But just remember, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
Remember, she's coming in on a roof, siding, windows, and a porch. What did you get? Did you get a roof, siding, windows, and a porch? Did your auntie get a roof, siding, window, and a porch? Did your great auntie, your mama best friend, your cousin, your fake cousin, your mama best friend that you call cousin, did they get siding, windows, a new front porch, and roof? Did they get it? No. Producer Jay.
Let's play something. You done with that thought?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's play it. Okay, you back.
Okay, thank you. So I can't see the video when it's playing, y'all, so I apologize. So you can't sit at home and think that change is going to happen. You got to get involved. You got to get involved. You know, we're looking at some different times. I've never seen nothing. I've never seen a candidate run and literally get all of that, and then she's a write-in. She's a write-in. She lost the race, and they said no. They put thousands towards her and her program to keep running after she lost the race. You know, and so this shows you how important this race is for them. It shows you how important that they're going at all, that they lost the primary, that they still want to push it forward. She got all that needs to be investigated. That needs to be, somebody had turned it in with a complaint, because how she get all of that? That's not even in the guidelines to do all of that. How she skipped the line to get everything at one time? You can't do that. You can't. Producer Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's next on the thing? Look, we actually have a running show, and I'm running on kind of like a. I just ain't never seen this. This just bothers me. It bothers me. You know.
What's next? Did you ask what was next?
Yeah, because I can't pull.
Leon drilling the locks.
Now listen, y'all. Let's do the ABC 12 one first, because I want y'all to pay attention to some things. So in this, you're going to hear him say that the gun is registered. That's the same gun that was taken from the house that the police said, Mount Morris police said, was not registered. That it wasn't registered. So play the ABC 12 when he ran in the race against Carol. And here's the thing I didn't like with 12. Let's just call it. They didn't ask. They're supposed to give you equal time. They did not give Carol equal time on ABC 12. They ran that and then gave some short statement Carol made at the end. But let me know when you got that one ready. The ABC 12 one.
It's locked and loaded.
Let's do it.
Flint's current first ward councilman is facing some scrutiny over a video that has surfaced on social media. The video shows Leon El Alamein holding a gun at the front door of his rental home.
El Alamein said that the evicted tenant illegally changed the door locks and set up security cameras during the eviction. Our Alyssa Irwin spoke with El Alamein about the video and what he has to say as he continues to campaign for a seat on Flint City Council.
Leon El Alamein was appointed to Flint City Council in March of this year. He says the video that is now circulating on social media was captured in 2022.
I had to take a previous tenant to court to evict them. They was refusing to leave the home. They had no lease. They were living in the house illegally. I went through the court process. I won in court properly twice. After you win in court, they give you like a set amount of days. A person has to officially be out of there.
El Alamein said the day the video was captured, he and his maintenance man were going to clean the home. The tenants were supposed to be already moved out. But El Alamein said because of the previous climate with the eviction and issues he had to take to court, he wanted to be prepared, as the police had been called numerous times because of landlord-tenant issues.
Rolled by and seeing the boyfriend of this individual in a hoodie going into the house with something in his pocket, like a gun. I alerted my maintenance guy and said, hey, I just seen a guy with a hoodie going up to the house. I'm gonna go get my registered. You might want to carry yours.
El Alamein had previously had his felony charges expunged, meaning he can legally possess a firearm, even showing us the court orders and his license to carry, claiming everything was done by the books. He explained the video was brought up at a city council meeting when he was first appointed.
And I addressed it then. They have investigated me, they did it, and I welcomed it. I'm not hiding anything. I would not put myself in this position if I couldn't be in this position.
El Alamein said he will continue to help others receive a second chance as he continues to live his.
I'm not here to try to harm no one, but I don't want to be harmed either. And I'm tired of just my name being slandered, bashed, all this nonsense.
Carol McIntosh is challenging El Alamein for the first ward seat in November 5th's election. Here in Flint, I'm Alyssa Irwin with ABC 12 News.
Let's unpack that luggage. One, at the end, Carol McIntosh is challenging Leon El Alamein, whatever, in the race. You're supposed to get equal time. They did not give her equal time. Voters in the first ward are saying they have voters' regret. He was not what he said he was. So here it was. It was brought up in city council. Absolutely. I brought it up. You know why? You don't do regrets. Something was grown. When your spirit of discernment tells you, listen to it, because I did. That was not normal to go to evict someone with a Draco gun. That was not normal. I had talked to Nakia and she had told me her story. You have to listen, decipher it out. He said that and make your decision. It never sat right with me. It never spoke truth to me. It didn't sit. Everybody on that council should have been questioning him. Every single council member should have. One, you don't go evict. What if I seen a black man, I seen her boyfriend with a black hoodie on and with something that appeared to be like a gun. Okay, well, Leon, you had a whole black hoodie on in that video with a whole Draco gun. Are you identifying yourself as approaching the door? I mean, he had a black hoodie on. He had a gun. He had a hoodie. He had a gun. He did. It was two little boys in the house. Little boys was so scared. The one urinated on himself. He peed on himself. Somebody coming to the door with a Draco, you're going to be terrified. And he was. He was terrified. It would appear to be her boyfriend, and he had a black hoodie and a gun. Who had a black hoodie and gun on in that? It was Leon. I'm just saying. I went home. I told my worker to get his gun, and I got my registered gun. Bruh, the police said the Draco wasn't registered. So you took an unregistered gun to do an eviction at an tenant landlord at an eviction. You take an unregistered gun to evict a lady and her children.
Hey, put a pin in it for 1 second, Burns. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. 1 second. You got your thought? You remember your thought?
I got my thought.
In the chat, I just put in the chat on the YouTube side a poll on who we have 295 watchers right now. Just put a poll up on who they would like to see win the third ward election. So go ahead. So go over there and vote. And at the end of the show, we'll put the results up.
Okay, so say that again so they can hear. So there's a poll. I knew nothing that he was doing this. So there's a poll
in the chat.
In the chat.
On the YouTube side, and it has the three.
On the YouTube. So go to YouTube and vote who you want for third ward.
Yep.
But so it's a poll. So they got to go on our YouTube part.
Yes.
You got to go on YouTube on the Tanya Burns Show and vote who you want for the election.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll put the results up at the end of the show.
Okay. Yep. So go over there now, because I'm not going to be on no 5 hours. I'm not going to be on no 4 hours. I'm going to be winding down here shortly. So go now and do it. Go now and do it. Because I'm not going to be on here. Look, I got to leave time for them fools to be calling, playing on producer Jay phone.
No.
And sending ridiculous threats. Well,
okay,
hey, look,
go for it. I'm sorry.
If you don't want to be if you don't want to be on anybody showing on the news, don't commit domestic violence. Don't do it. As I said, go over there now and do it. But I'm going to get back to this. He had a black hoodie on. He had a gun. would appear to a person approaching the house. Leon, what are you talking about? Your story. And the journalist didn't question that story. She let all that stuff just fly. Wasn't no questions asked, and there was no side for Carol. Carol's rebuttal. Well, Carol would still be giving her rebuttal. Let's be fair. Today she would be. And I'm gonna tell you this because he said there with a gun, and the black lady, yeah, that's him. You know, old gun carrying Leonel out of mean, shake him down, going after the women and the kids. You know, she would still be going in on him. So with the gun and the black, he got the black hoodie. In his mind, he's processing it. And he's speaking of himself. Yeah, you did come up there with a gun and a hoodie. And in my register gun, that Draco is what they removed from the house. It was not registered. It was not registered. The Draco wasn't registered. So you did a eviction, which is alleged that the tenant said it was illegal because you didn't have the papers. And the sheriff puts you out, not the landlord. For those who don't know, the sheriff's department puts you out. You don't do it. The sheriff does. And he goes there with a Draco. That, now we know, was not registered. You can't make this stuff up. I have always said that I didn't think this was his lane. I thought for his transitional housing that was, the work that he did, that should have been it. I was not a friend to him. I did not know him. I did not deal with him because my circle ain't even no circle. It might be a triangle right now, but it is not a circle. Because one thing I don't tolerate, if I know that you are an abuser, you talk to women, you're breaking the law, doing something harming to people, I'm not dealing with you. I don't have Johnny Cole couldn't have been my friend or ever at my house. You know why? He showed who he was when the 40 plus people, he slept with them and didn't tell those people he had HIV, got out. And what did he do? Infected a 15-year-old boy, slept with and groomed another 15-year-old boy. One boy called, the other one didn't. I believe it was 9 victims. And I can't wait to read the transcript on that, where he was staying at, where it was happening. I want to read, what did the judge say? Because when it comes to children, I don't play that. I don't play that. You don't get to hurt children, seniors, and women, and our veterans who have went to serve this country and did something that we know our president wouldn't do, was serve in the war. They called him the draft dodger. And so when we talk about these things, I asked about the gun. You know why? It didn't sit right with me. And I was right. I was right. It didn't feel right. It didn't sit right. It didn't make sense. I questioned it. And look what the gun wasn't even registered. Here it is. A man went to do a eviction without the sheriff. So it's got to be an alleged illegal one. He taking an unregistered big gun. And it was a man in a black hoodie with a gun. Yeah, you got a black hoodie on with a gun. You was the man in the black hoodie with a gun. And so let's go on to the next. Y'all get over there and do that poll, because I'm serious. Your girl ain't gonna be there all night. So let's go on to the next one, please, sir, and thank you.
That poll rocking. It got like over almost 100 votes on it.
Y'all get on. Not get on the poll, but get on the poll and click the POLE, not the POLL, POLL, not the POLE. So go on over there to that poll, because I'm not gonna be on here all night. I am not. I'm not going to be on here. So I did not trust him. My intuition, my mother wit. I look at people in their eyes, and people's eyes tell you a lot. And you can see something. Trust your intuition. What does you say? Trust your gut, your intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Because it's serious. I've never seen anybody take a Draco or an assault rifle to an eviction. Never. So, I'm gonna make sure I'm thorough, y'all. Now remember, that gun was unregistered. He took it to an eviction. Sheriff evicts people. He should not have been evicting her with a Draco gun that was unregistered. It's not what you do. So y'all go over to that poll too. So let's go on to the next one. I think we got another video. And before we go to that video, y'all, guess who FaceTimed me yesterday? Ladale Lewis.
That was
Huh?
the other video I don't have, but it was played in that.
Oh, it doesn't mean we don't need it because
Okay.
we've already got we played that one, so we good. So yesterday when I stopped by Beverly Biggs picnic, I got a FaceTime. I had a very lovely conversation with Jonathan Jarrett's sister. A very lovely conversation. And I appreciated her conversation. I truly did. I appreciate it. So I was talking with her and my purse was in the lawn chair. Michelle Young, thank you for providing me seating, please. And so my chair, I had my purse in there and it was in there. And so I'm like, okay. So my phone was ringing. And so I thought it was my great nieces because FaceTime rings differently. It's like a brrr, brrr. So it's a different sound than your normal, phone. And I have ringtones. So I go to my phone and I couldn't, by the time I clicked on, she dropped off. So it rang maybe, 3 to 5 times. So I go to it. It was Ladale Lewis FaceTiming me at 4:00 p.m. yesterday. She FaceTimed me. And so I'm like, okay, let me call her back. So I was, we were talking and they were like, well, I said, I said, what is she doing calling me? Because I should not be on her call list. I literally I don't talk to Ladale. Last time I think she conveyed something to me. It was about a resident and the resident, she didn't tell the truth about the resident. So she said, it was not nice. Our exchange was not nice. Let me say that, because what she did was she told a lie. And in the text, she caught me on a different day. I was not in the mood for her. And so when I got the FaceTime, I'm like, why are you FaceTiming me? Because usually you have to be in someone's, like on their phone. And her and I hadn't chatted, not at all. We wasn't chatting it up. So I FaceTime her back. Some of the ladies and gentlemen got behind me and everybody wanted to know what she wanted. And so, I'm trying to get this thing. And so she didn't answer, y'all. She didn't answer. I mean, I don't think she would. Maybe she was calling to see how Bab's barbecue was. I don't know. Maybe could I bring her a burger and a Polish sausage and some of that Polish sausage? I don't know. But we weren't going to have a chatty little conversation. Maybe she was going to call to tell me that while Leon was wanted, he was at her house, what he was doing over there. Maybe she was going to do that. Why shouldn't she say, hey, Leon, look, it's the interim president of the Flint City Council. I'm going, look, I'm going to go with you to turn yourself in. That didn't happen. I guess she was going, do you call it being a fugitive? It's a fugitive. So we FaceTimed her. I FaceTimed her back. She didn't answer. So I texted her. I said, you FaceTime it should be there. Is there something I can help you with? And I put a question mark because maybe she wanted something. She didn't respond. So I think it's for her to try to be smart. And I take it back to, I FaceTimed her back and I text her. She never responded. But I take it back to this. Can you put up your threat? And I tie it into the threat. All these little guns and bang bangs and and when she put on here where this this was sent to producer Jay. Hey bitch, you think your bitch ass can't be touched in Georgia? Whole sitting up gossiping with the female on the pod. These are not my words. This came in as a threat to producer Jay. Watch your motherfucking bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna get you in that bitch touch. So maybe this is they're reaching out me to let me know I'm watching you, Tanya Burns, or whatever. I don't know. You call me, I'm gonna call you back. I mean, I'm gonna meet you whatever you meeting me with. It all depends. So I'm like, and this is not a coincidence. This stuff happening, it's not a coincidence. She using your stupid ass anyway. That's something the woman would say. And this was somebody trying to write like a guy. It just was. This looks like it was written by a silly woman, a silly ass woman. But when you play stupid games, you get stupid tricks. Because this is going to the FBI. I'm not gonna play with you. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care. I've had enough of threats. Y'all done cross state lines. I don't care. I'm done. I'll send the little gun emojis. I mean, come on. I'm getting FaceTime calls from Liddell. Liddell, I'm very clear in my council seat. I don't feel she has any redeeming qualities. I do not. I don't like people being mistreated. I don't like she voted $50,000 to give her own nonprofit. I don't like she voted to give herself $25,000. I don't like how she talked to people and how she's dismissive, condescending, and she's a liar. I don't like it. I don't like that she doesn't put the residents first and that she continues to gaslight this community. I don't like it. Now, she's not going to call me because I'm not on the call list. And I've never, ever had a FaceTime conversation with Liddell Lewis. Never had one. So that was a purposely made call. Not like it was just on her phone and we had talked earlier and she touched her phone and she butt dialed me. That didn't happen. Unless she was writing stuff like this and had my name in. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like when she sent that fake post to Pastor Harris and then told the lie that I've made the post. She made a fake post and claims I made the post. And Pastor Harris called and asked me about it. Pastor Harris, I absolutely denied that I did that. Why would I put that? I have never put in my post. And on my Today show, I will be talking about Liddell Lewis and Eva Worthing. Liddell got caught lying, put a whole fake post, took my post, altered it. Y'all, we done covered it if you watch. Now, how are you going to be the council president with integrity, and character? Liddell made an entire fake post, and sent it to Pastor Harris and then called and told him, did you see what I sent you? You see what she did? See, she always talking about me. No, see, did you see that? She sent that. Now, she done cussed out Pastor Thompson twice. She done cussed him out, told him, F you are a fake A pastor, shots fired, F you ain't SHIT. Now, this is coming from the second ward councilwoman as she sits in her elected seat, saying she's an example and a pillar of this community, and she should be appreciated as she demonstrates herself as being a respected councilwoman. I'm trying to find, I don't know where I've sent it. We didn't cover that before, but I was going to put the post up. We didn't put it up before. Look, y'all, she made a whole fake post. I kid you not. An entire fake post and sent it to the pastor. And I asked her at the council meeting and I checked her. One thing, I'm going to say what I say and I'm going to move on. But I ain't sending no fake posts to no pastors trying to get the community to hate somebody. I don't do this. She is a big liar who makes fake posts to get people to believe lies. And she did it. Whole fake post. She just ain't right. She ain't right. So you wonder why people mad in this community? You got people like Liddell Lewis, council president, lying, making fake posts on council people, calling and going to the president of the concerned pastors to turn him against me with a fake post. How dare you be so trifling? Just silly and ridiculous, and got busted. And I ain't forgot when she pretended to be the person, Linda Pendleton, calling my daughter a monkey, and then shared it on her page. Shared it. Why would you share something like that on your page, Liddell Lewis? Why would you do that? She shared it on her page. I mean, if this person is a spook and saying all these things, and she shared the fact that this person called my daughter monkey. Why? Because Liddell Lewis, I feel it is you. In my opinion, it's you. In the investigator's opinion, it's you. It's you, Liddell. We know how you get down. You know, we know that the lengths that you'll go through. We know you don't mind lying. You don't. We don't, and we know that you support people with domestic violence allegations when there's police reports and hospital reports. You support somebody who allegedly, according to David Layton, said they saw the bruises, the prosecutor, and the bruises and the injuries in the store. Oh, thank you, producer Jay. Look, y'all, look, just somebody tip the producer. This is the post. You know, we know she don't tell the truth. So she shared this literally on her page. She shared the link to it on her page underneath this fake Linda Pendleton. Who would do that? She altered the line and sent this to Pastor Harris. Please tune in 10 a.m. every Saturday morning. We're talking with Tanya. I will be discussing hot topics and hot issues about my colleagues, Councilwoman Liddell Lewis and Councilwoman Eva Worthing. Liddell sent this fake post to the Pastor Harris. And he was like, look, ring, ring, ring. Hello. Hey, Tanya, this is Pastor Harris. Oh, hey, Pastor Harris, how are you doing? Well, I'm doing well. I got something that I'm concerned about. Okay, well, what can I help you with, Pastor Harris? You know, I got this, you know, when you do your podcast, how's your podcast? He kind of slid me into, he was slick on this one. He was good. He said, when you make your post for your podcast, how do you make your post? I said, well, I just, you know, do a brief talking and a brief statement, and I put it up and ask people to tune in to watch. He said, okay. Okay. So have you ever talked about Liddell Lewis and Eva? I said, I've talked about behavior of council and city government, local and, you know, other parts of government. Yes. Well, did you ever post her name? Not ever. I didn't. So here's the post. I said, why? He said, well, Liddell sent me a post and something told me just to give you a call. Now, Pastor Harris, that was the Holy Spirit telling him, ring, call Tanya Burns up. Because it didn't sound right. Why? It wasn't right. Me asking Leon about that gun, it didn't sound right, and it ain't right. And now we know the gun wasn't registered. So when the Holy Spirit is somebody telling you your spirit of discernment, pick up the phone and answer, listen. So this is the one. He says, so, did you put Liddell Lewis or Councilman Eva Ward? Did you put them on your? I said, no. I said, I've never done that. He said, okay. Okay. I said, look, let me send you a copy of my post because it was up. So I sent it to him. He says, this is not what she sent me. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's not. He said, no. He said, she said that you said it. I said, Pastor here, send that one to me. So this is what she sent to Pastor here. Just lying. Just a big pathological, chronic, habitual, making up a story lie, standing on the lie. How's she gonna serve somebody? She a liar. He's alleged domestic violence, and she is a liar. Liddell's a liar. Leon's accused of domestic violence. You can't make this up. This is the one, you can see the altered line. So I sent it to him. He was like, well, this is disturbing. You know, I appreciate you sending this to me. And she was sharing this. Now you can see on her page too, because the girl is wicked. You know, she wicked. Something is wrong with her. Something is wrong with her. You know, you can see it, screenshot. She did this one where, I'm going to send this one to you. Because she shares stuff about Linda Pendleton on her page. She was sharing posts. Why would you in the Sam Hill share this? So this one, she lied, made a whole fake post up. So Liddell is, we're going to say Michigan's biggest liar. She's a liar. This is deeply, and people who support her in this, your friends don't allow you in your circle, shouldn't, to do this garbage. My friends don't. If not, my circle gonna go to a triangle. And if some of the triangle get back, my circle gonna be a straight line. Because I don't want friends who ain't gonna tell me, that's, don't you do that. That's ignorant. That's silly. That's you don't defame someone. You don't lie on someone. You don't try to get people to hate someone. She hate me so bad she made a fake post up. She hate what I stand for so bad that she made a fake post. My energy disrupts her demons in her. My spirit disrupts her demons. This girl made it and sent it to the president of the concerned pastors as to spread it out and say, Tanya Burns made a post. She talks about Liddell. No, Liddell, you ain't that person. I'm talking about you lying behind now. Did a whole fake post. Then she put up the next one. Would you believe? So she talks about, and I'm going to show how she shares Linda Pendleton. Why would you share fake? Now, that Linda Pendleton doxed everybody. Everybody.
I didn't get it.
Huh?
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it? You didn't get it. Okay. My bad. And so she doxed everybody numerous times. I mean, everybody got doxed by her. But this is Liddell sending a fake page, a post that I didn't make. She made it, knowing I didn't make it, and sent it to Pastor Harris. She's a big liar. Can't trust her. She shouldn't be the president of the toilet seat. She shouldn't be in charge of changing the toilet paper roll. So this is her page before, where she's sharing stuff for Linda Pendleton. She's sharing it. Why would you share fake information? Why would you? Why would you share fake information and make up information? Why would you do that? Why? Because this is the stuff she does. This is the stuff she does. So to show what she shares, I'm going to send you this one. This is what she does. She shares Linda Pendleton. This speaks to her character, lack of integrity, lack of honesty. And this is why we need to make sure, y'all go over to that poll. We cannot afford to lose that third ward seat. We cannot. Did the other one make it through?
Yeah, I got it. Keep talking. Okay.
So this is what she makes fake posts and lies, throw residents out. And I'm showing you the proof that she does it. Why isn't her circle correcting her? I'm going to tell you why. Because it's full of liars. Liars don't correct other liars. So this is the post. Linda Pendleton made a post about Liddell was called, she claims she was called and she wasn't called no monkey. So what does she do? She goes and says, can I have everyone's attention, family and friends, mom and dad? Until you address the monkey in the room, this wedding can't move forward. Meet my monkey in the room. So that is my daughter and her husband. This is some shit Liddell's mentally disturbed ass did. She been sharing Linda Pendleton stuff. That girl is demented and diabolical. Demented and diabolical. This is Liddell sharing stuff like this. She was Linda Pendleton. She was called, she lied and said she was called a monkey and played that every time. Well, I was called a monkey. No, you wasn't. You was not. You was talking about the issue in there. When nobody called you no monkey, because somebody started calling you a name. I don't think they're going to probably go off and call you something else. It's not going to be a monkey. He did not call you a monkey. He did not. First person, Ariel said, you mean, sir, the elephant in the room, which is the term. But we were getting ready to vote to address the issue. She was a dumpster fire meeting to vote to remove her from chairing that meeting. It was awful. She was awful. So she shares posts like this. She creates posts. She was friends with Linda Pendleton because she is Linda Pendleton, in my opinion. And then to put me, the monkey in my daughter. Girl, come on. Just silly and childish. Silly and childish. So this is where she had the conference to tell the lie. She was called a monkey. Now standing to her pastor, who had to give the worst apology ever, and everyone he needed to apologize to, Bishop Christopher Martin had blocked. You can't apologize to people that you got blocked. Those text messages came out. She drummed up some tears after she drums up some mess and wants to drum up. She is, with her self-esteem feels so low, she has to create lies to bring attention to herself, like what she did with Pastor Harris. I'm going to talk about these lies, then they're going to believe me. I'm going to turn them against her and turn them against him. I'm going to do this. She's sick and wicked and demented. Someone who does this is mentally disturbed. Standing next to her, lying bishop, who told lies. I scheduled the whole bus to come up there, and I had them people, and I did the boots. Y'all don't let me learn boots on the ground. Y'all get sick of me. Tanya Burns, we don't want to see you doing boots on the ground no more. And so when we look at, these are people who are in our community. This is Liddell in the flesh. This is who she is. Now we wonder why she can't flourish, why Liddell lied, because she got a lying bishop she's standing next to. So when your bishop lied, and he's supposed to be your mentor, he's supposed to teach, give you instructions on how to be a good Christian, you can't be. You become who he is. Y'all are one and the same. One big lie.
Hey, Burns.
Yes.
Going back to this picture real quick, let me ask you a question. Mays was alive at this time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There is no way possible that if Dennis called her a monkey, Mays would have sat there and not checked him if that was really the case.
Right, and the first person to correct it was RL Beyond. Y'all don't sleep on RL. It was RL, and then May said, "Point of order." He went back and said, "No, it wasn't no monkey. We talking about that elephant in the room." And then Jerry said something, and I said something. He didn't call her no monkey. He did not. But I'm calling her a great big liar. I'm calling her a liar who creates fake posts. I'm calling her someone who needs medical attention. Something is wrong with her. I'm calling her a habitual, pathological, chronic liar when she makes up posts, gives them to the pastor, and claims I put that post up. And can say she didn't send it. She texted to him from her number to his number, from her number to his number. She texted. So she couldn't say she did. She did. Just one great big liar. Big liar. So May stood with Dennis on this. He stood with him as we all did. She be trying to divert attention. She ain't no victim. She victimizes people. Liddell victimizes people. Then pays that passive aggressive owe me. Not owe me nothing. You harbor the fugitive. You are the president of the Flint City, interim president of the Flint City Council, and you are harboring a person with a warrant of fugitive who is escaping the law. You are harboring him. What was at your house? 20, 25, 30, 35, 45 minutes? How long was he there? It was at your house. You didn't tell him to go turn himself in. Liddell, did he call you when he got out of jail? I wonder, did he call him when he got out of jail? Because they so close like this. It's so close. This is serious. Michael, we were all at the meeting. None of us would have allowed that. Dumas was there. Y'all know Deacon Dumas would not have allowed that to go past. Art was there. Rich was there. We all would have been saying something if he called her monkey. Michael Clack, you are 100% correct. You are 100% correct. Everybody would have said something. And so when we talk about this, look how far into the mindset where she's trying to steer the narrative. She is one big fake. They didn't want her in Maryland. She had 6,143 votes. The person who won had 52,000, I believe, votes. Liddell was the incumbent. She did the same thing there. They wanted her out because something is wrong with her. She's a dubious person. And they voted her out. They wanted her go, ran her out of Maryland. She's a liar. I showed you, I called her a liar, and I showed you where she lied. I told you who she sent the lie to, how she continues to lie. I showed you how she's gaslighting this community, and then wants to talk about my child.
You're a nasty black man.
is she to do that? And then she shares this other person's page. Why? Because Liddell Lewis is that person. She is that person. She is that person. I'll send that to them. I did not make them add a line there and call. Did you see what she said? Did you see what she posted, Pastor? Thank God he was a man of God and had discernment and called me to make sure, was it true? Because he knew my character didn't speak to that. Pastor Harris understood that my character would not have done that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't care for her, but I no. But what she did with that post and altered it, girl, you made a whole fake post and lied to the pastor and said I sent it. Lied. Liddell lied to the pastor. Liddell lied to that pastor. Liddell lied to Pastor Harris and sent him a fake post and said I sent it. Just a liar. Producer Jay, I don't know if some of this wasn't on the what's the name. So look, if y'all ain't been on that poll, go on that poll and vote. So I do want people to understand that we cannot remove him right now. We cannot remove him. And if you want to call in, the number is 810-354-5843. Don't call on here talking. Producer Jay gonna cut you off. It's gonna be 2 minutes and out. He gonna cut you off. You're gonna be in midstream probably. He gonna be like, oh, look, let's wrap that up. So maybe Producer Jay, when they almost done, you might need to be let's wrap it up. But listen, if you want to call in, you want to make a statement, you want to talk, and chime in with Tanya, 810-354-5843. 5843. 810-354-5843. So this week, July 23rd, we go back to council. The 23rd and the 28th are our next two meetings. August 5th is the election. Get out there and vote. Make the change. Be the change you want Flint to be. Chime in with Tanya, 810-354-5843. Producer Jay, you quiet. He quiet. Look, I get to read some comments now because we're going to leave this up. I ain't never seen anybody make up a whole fake post. But I do want y'all to show up for the young lady. Show and wear purple. Let's fill that court chamber to let them know that in Genesee County, domestic violence will not be tolerated. We will support the women, and even if it's men. Domestic violence is against the law. You don't do it. Get some help. If you need help, get out. Make a plan. Talk to a friend, a pastor, a coworker. Get some help. Get some support. You are not by yourself. You are not by yourself. There are people who care. There are people who care. So wear purple in support of ending domestic violence in the 67th District Court, Flint, Michigan, 630 South Saginaw Street on 7/24/25 in Judge Haley's court. This is a request for the Color of Law Coalition that will be there. Color of Law Coalition, asking people to be there to support. This is something that is, this is serious. Elected officials definitely don't have any. Domestic violence shouldn't be tolerated by anyone. And David Layton, y'all heard what the prosecutor said? Those were his words. The story was corroborated. The evidence was corroborated. And so we issued a warrant. What she said and the hair on the floor, the bruises that were physical, it was corroborated. And therefore they issued a felony and a misdemeanor. Now that doesn't speak to, he gonna have to speak to their residency. That's a felony too. You see what they did to the guy in Lapeer, so that's gonna be a felony. That's gonna be coming up. Unregistered gun, the illegal eviction. I don't know how they handle that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's the issue. I know that gun will be run through ballistics, so I hope it ain't got what they call no bodies on it. I hope it don't. I hope that those shell casings go, because they're gonna send it to ballistics to run it to see if from any other scenes was that gun used. They're going to run it. They will be running it because that's what they have a responsibility to do that. They do. So it looks like don't nobody want to talk to me. I can't hear
Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm having a problem with that line because people are calling, but it's not ringing. It's not popping up. So give me 1 second.
One. No, let me go.
See how you play.
He said 1, 2. Oh, I can count to 10, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I counted to 10. Counted to 10. So whenever he get it right. So listen, y'all. So city council goes back this Wednesday. They go back this Wednesday. Will it be televised for the ones who love of the state? I wrote my letter. Oh, for those of you who wrote the letters, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Keep sending them in. It is not too late. Keep the letters rolling. Keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. She needs all the support because we need to invite. We need to come together so that we are supporting each other. So keep sending those. Literally that night, I'm saying by the next day, I had 15. I have not counted how many I got now. I have not. But by that next day, after we made the request, we had 15. Literally by the next morning. So people in Genesee County are supporting her because she needs support. I think she's a smart lady. She's going to find her way out of this. Keep her prayed on, loved on. Then may God protect her from the crown of her head to the bottom of her feet. And may angels camp out around her to keep her safe from any harm. Any harm. Man. So send them letters. Send them letters. Because she's working to change her life, y'all. Is it on, Producer Jack?
I put a new number up.
Yeah, he put a new number up. So try it, chime in and call it 470-892-0881. The number is 470-892-0881. Chime in with Tanya Burns. Y'all don't be on here. If St. Louis watching, St. Louis be talking so long, we'll be on to the Super Bowl. St. Louis have her whole spin down when she come on. So listen, you want to chime in with Tanya, call 470-892-0881. 470-892-0881. So Producer Jay, look, he trying to fix that phone probably, y'all. He quiet.
Okay, I got you a call.
Okay. Hey, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Councilwoman Burns, how you doing? This is Andre Holland from Chicago.
From Chi-Town, how you doing?
Yes, ma'am. I haven't spoken to you in a while. But number 1, vote Beverly Diggs Levy, 3rd Ward. We need that. 2, Leon is a scumbag. 3, I was wondering how long it would take Rose Morrow to come out of the woodworks after this incident with Leon. She's an opportunist. She was in the race. When she lost, she was a spoiler for Neely, in my opinion, to keep Carol from getting it. And now she's back in, still trying to stifle Carol. That's crazy. That's all I have, Ms. Burns.
Well, Mr. Andre Hollins, look, I thank you for your comments. And listen, call anytime. Make sure Producer Jay be getting that number fixed. Sending you love from Flint to Chi-Town.
I called that other number about 4 or 5 times. Couldn't get through.
Well, look, y'all know I was having technical difficulties.
I know.
I appreciate you. Thank you for calling.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Take care.
Mayor Burns. Councilwoman Burns.
Listen, I'm getting all kind of threats around here, okay? My attorney be watching the show. So my attorney is like, you need to think about this. And I want people to understand before you hang up. You cannot operate in truth with so much corruption that we have. When we have city council people with what they do. And it's not easy. My producer is getting threatened. But look, I'm gonna let you off the line because I hear beeping. I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's not cool. Producer Jay, great guy. He is. I've been watching you guys since you was with Mickey. And Producer Jay has been there. He even came to Flint during the June 1st or June 2nd, whenever
He did.
it was. He was there. He came to visit you, and you know, I mean, you cannot ask for a loyal person in that, you know, and that's what you need around you, truly loyal people.
Thank you, Mr. Hollins. I'm going to send you love, but that line is buzzing. I agree with you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Take care now. Producer Jay, take care, buddy.
All right.
All righty.
That was nice. Thank you. So the next one, if you can't call back in. You know, we ain't been doing the call back in. Is they back on the line?
They will be in a second.
Okay. Look, I had some water around here. Y'all don't know where it's at. I had some water. I don't know where it is at. And hey, Sheena B, I was trying not to bother you. But girl, tomorrow I got work for you to do. We got work to do together. I got work to do. So listen, he said a lot of nice things about you, Producer Jay, and I agree. Y'all, and Producer Jay changed the background. He around here doing stuff that we didn't talk about doing. He doing stuff. He doing everything. He making posts. He changing this. The producer is working. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This Uncle Carl.
Ah, Lord, it's Carl.
Hey, I just want to say this. How can Leon get caught in Mount Morris with a case and then jump back to Genesee County? And
so,
I'm saying, you see the rigmarole set up. That case supposed to be back in Mount Morris court.
It is. It's supposed to be back. It's said in Judge Vicky Haley.
I'm saying this. Shut up. Shout out to Producer Jay, even though he sound like he's 50 and he only 21, but he doing a great job. I appreciate what y'all doing, and we all need each other, straight up. No, we in the fight for real, from the top to the bottom. We in the fight. And, you know, I ain't going to make it no, you know, that color and that color, but we in the fight here in our city. And, you know, for the resident, I'm going for Beverly Big Levy because we got to straighten this thing out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't agree with nobody putting their hands on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the brother, man, but at the same time, like I told him down at the city hall, is this what you want, Art? And, you know, it don't make you no lesser man, a bigger man to walk away from no. But, you know, we can't be treating our sisters, our women like that, regardless of what it is. Walk away, you don't have a right to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just stand down. But at the same time, you ain't standing up for the resident, period. None of that on that left side of the chamber. When you walk in the door, that left side ain't stood for the people. You know what I'm saying? And it's one thing to mess over the people, but you feel you get your pockets fattened. No, the devil is a lie.
Say it again. Yeah, come on.
Oh my God, was he in the dark will come to the light.
And it's been coming.
It don't make, it's all of a sudden everybody saying around the whole world the chicken's coming home to roost. But Malcolm told us that years ago, the chicken's coming home to roost. I love y'all. Y'all keep up the good work. And we got your back, T.
Thank you. That means a lot for us.
Councilwoman Tanya Burns.
Thank you. Look, thank you, Uncle Kyle. Look, enjoy your night. We had another caller that called in. Call back in. The number is 470-892-0881. Hey, take some time to tip Producer J, $ Cash App. Producer J, 1987. All right, we got another caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is 580 Mafia Records. I go by the name of Blake. My real name is Blake, and I'm glad I got a hold of you.
How you doing, Blake?
You know, I've been watching y'all since the COVID pandemic when Eric Mays was on TikTok, and y'all really got me through like the craziest time, like watching y'all and just seeing like Obama come down there. I still remember all that. So like I was like, yeah, Flint's still not fixed, and it's crazy to me.
And it's not. I mean, Flint. But here's the thing. I think if we get the right people in place, it'll change everything. Leadership starts from the top and trickles down. And we have to look at our leadership. We get the right leadership, make sure we have someone who cares about the city, understand what the city needs to revitalize the city and to give the residents hope and help. And get these people. These people need rules. How are you running for an elected seat and you got everything done on your house? You at people's house, I can get you. I'll get you everything I can get. It's not a possibility. There is no unlimited funds for all of this, so it's a lie.
It's like my mom always used to say: pay attention to your local community. You know, like your president is your president, your governor and all that, but it's your city. Like y'all are doing exactly what y'all need to do. You know, you're fighting for the city, and you and Eric Mays inspired me to pick up a Ward 1 city council packet at my city. And our ward lady, she had to resign because she married the mayor. So, we have stuff going on down here in Oklahoma, so like we got crookedness down here too.
Well, look, and it's everywhere. So you picked up a packet to run.
I did, and it's a huge packet. I'm telling you, like, there's a bunch of trees in that packet. Like, I opened that thing up, and I'm like, wow, like social media, you gotta have your own cell phone, and we have down here in Oklahoma, it's a red state, so we have too much of a right-leaning city council. They're not in the middle, like. You're supposed to be nonpartisan, I think, on the council, if I'm right. And, we're suffering down here. Our mall's dead because the Republican government down here took our mall and turned it into a cash grab for them. So, like, I'm really wanting to get in there and, beat it down. Like, it's ironic how I got going for Ward 1 that Eric Mays is from. Like, I was just like, man, that's crazy, and that's a sign right there.
Well, I wish you the very, very best. And if him inspiring you or you being inspired, run your best race, lead with honesty, integrity, and never forget you work for the people. The people.
Exactly.
Well, I'm so
thank you, and I'm rooting for y'all. Like I may be watching y'all like so many miles away, but I'm rooting for y'all. And Councilwoman,
thank you. Look, enjoy your evening. Look, call in again next time we do a show.
I will. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Burns and Producer Jay.
Hello.
Take care.
All right. Enjoy your evening. Okay. So listen, we're going to take 470-892-0881, 470-892-0881. It's the number to call in. So watching this, malls are dying across the country due to online shopping. Look, you get that you can't get nothing to try on. You go to TJ Maxx. I never seen TJ, but TJ Maxx is so full. Malls and department stores. We look at Sears clothes. Sears was over 100 years. You can even buy a blueprint. You can buy a house from Sears, literally a house to where it'll give you the plans. You can order the wood. You can buy washer, dryer, refrigerator stuff. Sears was Sears and Roebuck, huge. We look at all the stores. Macy's has decreased their number of stores. I don't even know where our nearest Macy's is at in Michigan, to be honest with you, because they closed our Macy's here about 3 months ago. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey.
Hey.
This is Hey, Heavenly. All the way from Mississippi.
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I just wanted to give you your flowers while you're here. You are so present with all the commotion that goes on. And just from watching, I'm not even there in the room. And from watching, I had to take a break and step back because it's overwhelming. And to see you constantly showing up, Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, it's contagious. The fight that you all have in the midst of it all is really contagious and it's inspiring. But I just wanted to sincerely thank you for your perseverance, your strength. You're welcome. You're very consistent with the community. And you can tell that your heart is in it. And you're not just up there just to be up there. And you know, other members of the council like to get on you about spreading the truth through your platform, but it needs to be spread because you can't heal without knowing where the wound is, how deep it is. You need to know what's really, really going on. So I just wanted to say thank you and just keep going. Just keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's all.
All right. Look, call back. I enjoy you. Enjoy your evening. My heart. Thank you. So there was a call. Look, my heart is, and I don't do this. I do it because I want to see positive change. I truly believe that Flint has we need to change the culture of our community. Caller, is the caller on the line?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Cheryl. I'm calling from the DMV area.
Well, listen. Hey, Cheryl, what's going on? What's on your mind?
Okay. One thing I want to say is thank you so much for speaking your mind, standing up for the people in Flint. I mean, it's an honor to watch you stand up for your people and you get them straight on that board.
I catch hell for it, though.
That's okay. That's okay, because I'll be catching hell at home yelling for you. Yeah, that's right. One thing I learned from you all and with your board is I like the way that you check each other and you don't let people just run over you. You just don't sit there and just take it and say, okay, I'm gonna just do whatever so tell me to do. You have a couple that do, but you don't. And I like that about you. You stand up for what is right. And you stand up on principle. And that's what that board needs. And that's why we need Beverly Biggs there to stand with you so you both can stand up on principle. Because that's what your city needs right now. They need the people that's going to stand up for principle and make sure things are done correctly and not half-ass done. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Half done.
And I agree with you. People have to. It may sound cliche.
Stand up for you. Stand up with you. Right now, we as a community have to come together. And I'm tired of going, looking online from Washington, D.C. and watching all these cities, our people, going through so much and nothing being done because we got so many people that's kissing the mayor's butt and not standing up for actual people. They forgot where they came from.
We got some more stuff that's going to come out. I'm going to tell you, I've learned some things, and as we're going to share the weeks come on, that literally shook my spirit and my soul. And I'm going to share it. There's been so much going on. And it won't be no dialogue. And the run of show ain't going to be a real run of show because it's going to be me and everybody. We're going to talk. That's what my dad used to say. We're going to rap. We're going to rap. Because what happened here in Flint can happen anywhere. We just seem to have like the perfect storm of people and people who taking it, is it a calling or is it a job? It needs to be a calling, not just your job. And that's what it should be. And that is what I believe in. That's what I believe in.
A calling and a discernment.
Absolutely.
Discernment involved in that also. Me living here in Washington, D.C., we have 8 wards.
Mm-hmm.
We have a problem with our council people too. They're called commissioners here. They call them commissioners. Our commissioners, our mayor blackmailed our commissioners. I know you heard about the young man that they got him that was one of our commissioners. I mean that ward where they got him for bribery and all that. Well, he ran against the mayor to be a mayor of DC. And
that's the one who they took $186,000, right?
Right. What happened was he had blackmailed him and told him if he ran against her, she's going to make sure that he didn't get no money for his ward and she was going to destroy him.
See? Crime is everywhere.
And so he ran anyway. And so
I read that. I remember seeing that article. I remember seeing those. Cincinnati has got 2 of them, Cleveland, Detroit. So it happens everywhere. They just slow the Flint ball. We got people doing everything underneath the sun. So I know we had another caller, Producer Jay is telling me.
I'm just saying, you know, we go through the same thing here. And because of me watching Flint, watching Dalton, watching Harvey, Illinois, and watching the boards and how they operate, I started getting involved with my councilman, and I started pushing our council person. And so I just
stay engaged.
For example, how to do it right.
Stay engaged. Stay engaged. Well, I'm glad you called in, and I appreciate you supporting the show. And stay engaged in DC with your council. Stay engaged, because we can only make change if we are engaged. It's the only way. You got to be engaged in the process.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
I'm going to watch you always do the Queen of Flint. Queen of Flint.
Thank you. Have a good one. All right. I know there were some callers that called in. If you want to call in, sorry, we got a little long-winded. It's 470-892-0881. 470-892-0881. Producer Jay, what's your name? Listen, Producer Jay, I don't know if it's another call coming in.
Not yet. They haven't called back yet.
Okay. So I do want to say, and we're going to call this back out, R.L. Mitchell for mayor. That's where R.L. Mitchell for, hey, Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Hey, look, now I can say, shout out to people, y'all. I can now. So look, Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Mr. LC2U, Micaiah Curry, T. Austin. Listen, JP6, Berta Baby. You know, I just like saying that, Berta Baby. Jones Gang. Well, council put in a resolution to suspend Ward 1 for, that's going to be interesting. We know that Adele ain't going to vote for that. She was harboring him at her house. She didn't say turn herself in. Not at all. Reed Stewart, Indigenous 69. Brenda Boyd, now chat moving again. Big Shady 11, sending your love to all of y'all. Kamala, look, now it's moving. Kamala Buford. Now it's moving, but I'm trying. Julian 724, and here we is. Y'all, it's moving again. Call if you want to call in. It's 470-892-0881. Call in. Mark Hutchinson, hey. Y'all, it's moving. Now it's moving again. And it is not gonna let me keep up. Look, I'm trying. Jade Williams, Javar Ellis. I'm trying. Shoot, look. Sheridan Williams, Steph Love. Y'all, it's moving. Y'all, I appreciate everybody sharing their time. And you know, when we Drew, and we talk about sensitive topics like this, domestic violence, make a plan. If you don't, call 911, get out, call your local YWCA, call for help. Or Google, if you need help or you need a plan or something that's going on, if you're in my area, call me. I will connect you with the services and the help that you need. I don't want anybody to think they have to stay in this situation, because you don't. Get out. You are worthy. You are loved. Don't let them try to beat you down. Don't believe that garbage. Men who love you do not beat on you. Love does not hurt. It does not hurt. So Steph Love, I see you in here too. M. Kersey, you in here too. Jared D. Breckenridge, Tasha Lynn, she's in here. Hey, y'all, Lydia McNeely, the new VIP room, Flint Caskers. Hey, in here, thank you. Hey, Jay Smith, John Smith is in here. We had Carl Lewis was in the chat and he called in. We had Auntie M called in. Auntie M was in the chat. Listen, I'm trying to keep y'all living with Xavier and Angela. That was Angie. B. Marie, what's up, B. Marie? And look, and now it's the mood. It's changing. It's changing. Whoa, wait a minute. Drum roll. How many people? I can't see. You got to read it. So wait a minute. Is these the results, Producer Jay?
That's the results. 173 votes total.
Okay, so 173 people voted on the poll. Who would you like to see win the third ward? Who them LaShawn Johnson people and on my show? They trying to play with me. Look, LaShawn, y'all watching, y'all got to hit the click like button. Your house look nice, but you know you're wrong for that. You know you're wrong out there telling them people. Hey, caller, what's your name? Leave that up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey y'all, this is Tia Austin calling from North Carolina. How are you guys?
Hey Tia, how are you?
In the bed. I'm dealing with these fibroids. Y'all say a prayer for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask, if at all possible, I know you may not have the votes, but just to show the community and, other women who may be silenced by domestic violence, is it possible that you could just put the resolution or make a motion on the floor, just to say, because it needs to be, we need to have a united front, no matter where you are, no matter what branch of government that you're in, because certainly if I held a seat, I know me personally, I would make a special motion, or because I don't think that the Neely administration would even begin the type of resolution because they haven't even spoken on it.
Well, one, we're not in session, so council couldn't do anything right now. I don't think Mayor Neely, because I don't think that he's going to. I don't think he's going to say nothing. I mean, it's just not a win-win. He had a very close relationship with Leon. Leon called him big time. So he's very close to him. So I don't think he's going to make a statement about it at all, or Liddell. So when it comes to motions, I really don't. And here's the thing. We can make a motion that we know that they're not going to pass, or we can wait till we get someone in that third seat where we can make a motion to have some action. And so when we constantly put stuff up that's not going to be passed, I like to do things with purpose. That's my personal opinion. Putting it up, saying it's symbolic. Everybody knows where I stand. It's not oblivious people not to. I don't support domestic violence. I know Councilwoman Murphy Carter doesn't. She's very clear, made a statement. Dennis Pfeiffer doesn't, and Councilman Jarrett does not. So people know where four of us stand. It's not as if you don't. Everybody knows. We want to make action. That's why, when we talk about getting someone in that seat, talking about the issues that faces this community, I talk about it. I'm very transparent. I get involved with these elections because I want to support positive change. Positive change. I knock doors for Councilman Jarrett. I want positive. I don't want to put something down to where it just change. I want to be able to vote it through, do something. 5 votes, we're going to be changing a lot of things, but we need to get people in action. I think people are very clear where the 4 of us stand. The other ones, they're not going to speak on it because they're friends with him. You're not going to get women to support, they're not going to go out and say anything against him with domestic violence. They're not. They're not going to speak on it. It's not going to force him to say anything. It's not. That's just my.
Look at Candace. Don't you remember how she made fun of the Me Too movement?
She absolutely did.
How could you do that? Knowing your father got 191 counts for assaulting, sexually assaulting women, and you're going to make fun of a Me Too movement? So I would never expect her to speak up.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it makes me question, like, you know, are you fit to serve anybody? And I know the damn ain't, because I ain't lying. Oh, if you seen that outfit she had on the other day, she looked like she sold wet cigarettes, not wet, but loose cigarettes in the rain. I said, what?
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Not loose cigarettes in the rain. So I don't know what we will do. We have this election coming. I don't really like wasting council time. No, it's not going to force them to say nothing, and they're not. They're not going to say anything. They can't, because it's going to make them, because they're with him. They're with him.
Yeah, of course they are. I mean, you could tell, but I worry about, you know, with Prosecutor Layton. Like, I'm glad he came out, he spoke up about it, but I'm scared because I'm like, you guys know he got this unregistered gun, and you know that he went and he did this illegal eviction. You know the trauma that this child and this mother was put through, and yet y'all done nothing. I don't understand Sheriff Swanson not coming out and not condemning it, or, you know, having something online, you know, to support domestic violence victims, to say, here, we got resources.
Sheriff Swanson does have something with children and domestic violence. He does. And I'm going to tell you this, his office has been very pivotal with helping me in answer questions and helping me to find out things and navigate. His office has been extremely helpful. Flint Police Department has not. Although this happened in Mount Morris.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, come on, look at it. They beat senior citizens. I mean, really?
I mean, and there's some things that we need to change. But hey, Tia, we got another caller coming in, and
all right,
no, you good. Look, you take care of you. I hope you feel better with your fibroids. Been there, done that. I have endometriosis, so I look, sending you a prayer. I hope you feel better. Tia, Producer Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What is the call? There was somebody. If you're called in, give me a call back. 470-892-0881. 470-892-0881. So the poll, it says, who would you like to see? There was 176 votes 1 hour ago. The poll is closed. It says, who would you like to see in the third ward? 3% said LaShawn Johnson. 3% said AC Dumas. 93% said Beverly Biggs. Now y'all need to be out. Y'all out here saying y'all need to get out there and help her. If this how y'all get out there and help. So the winner of the poll is Beverly Biggs Levy. Is the winner of the poll. Beverly Biggs Levy. Now, I don't know why LaShawn Johnson up here playing them folks trying to play in my poll. But since y'all watching, hit that click, like, and share. That's what y'all hit, that click, like, and share. That's an interesting poll. That's a pretty good because they won by Beverly and AC Dumas had 165 votes apiece during that. So that's an interesting poll. So of this online poll that was done and created by Producer Jay, that him and I did not have a conversation about. We have Beverly Biggs Levy in at 93%, AC Dumas 3%, LaShawn Johnson at 3% as the write-in candidate. Poll has closed. Producer Jay, what you think on this?
Just August 5th is going to be a interesting day.
Pins and needles.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know. You know, we've talked about it. I don't know. You know, Beverly Biggs has won the seat twice and been appointed once.
Oh, that race been just done so dirty. Yeah.
I mean, you know, people forget that she was actually appointed by Leon. He voted for her.
Oh, you know what? You're right. She was. She was. When he was there playing around.
Although he was trying to be a jackass, which we now know he is a jackass. He voted for her, and so like I said, she was appointed once and probably won the seat twice. So
You know, I forgot that he did do that. I mean, it's so much happening in Flint. We need to do a short on that. That's a good one to do a short on. I don't think we have one. We need to do a short on that one. We do. We do. So anyway, so we're gonna close the show. And I want to say appreciation to you. So if you feel it kind in your heart, because producer Jay gonna be up late for another 300 calls and text messages from somebody who don't like him. So look, tip the producer J, $ producer J 1987. It's across the bottom of the scroll. You know, we were on with the police, sheriff or whoever they were in Georgia, because he had to file a complaint. First of all, how you get mad at somebody for what you do? I mean, if you don't want people to talk about it, don't do it. Keep your hands off of women. Who hits women? Very cowardly men beat women. Very cowardly men. So you can look. Producer J, $ producer J 1987. Tip the producer $ producer J 1987. So producer, I hope you don't get no bunch of calls and no emails. Those emails look like y'all them the calls, and I ain't laughing at that. Those were some of the calls that he was getting. They was calling you back, well, like every 15 seconds, because you got a couple calls within the same minutes.
Oh yeah, they were
You can't make
crazy.
this mess up.
They were going crazy. I was trying to look for this one that I sent you too, that when I was taking a screenshot to send to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Put this up. As I was taking the screenshot to send to you, you can see where they were calling again while I was, hold on a second, it's not loading. While I was screenshotting.
Are you kidding me?
Look, hold on, here it is.
Oh my
Look right there.
God. What? No God. Oh my God. So let me tell you, someone who sits and does this is a damn coward. A coward. A coward. You know, this is what you resort to, playing on people's phone. Come on, stop the nonsense. Look, and it's all related to, we talking about what happened. Look, she did. I went to the hospital with her. There was physical evidence, okay? It's documented not only by the hospital report, it's documented by the police report. The police did a physical examination when they were there. They made the initial report. You saw that was black, that was redacted. Then there's the second one when she went to the hospital. If you don't want to be talked about for domestic violence, don't do it. Get some help. Go to anger management. Get evaluated. Take your meds. Get some help. Keep your hands off of women. And when you beat on women with your children, guess what your children grow up to do? One, sons grow up to beat on their spouses, their wives. Daughters usually get assaulted by men because they seen their mothers get beat by the fathers. So don't put your cowardly hands on women. Don't do it. Walk away. I don't care what she's doing. Get in your car. Leave. Leave her. If she beating on you, leave her. But don't try to flip these scripts and you hear some, oh, well, she hit me first. I'm going to tell you something. And according to that little statement he made, I wouldn't be surprised. This is what he's saying. It didn't happen. Dude, your voice, we got you in a rage. You isolated her. I mean, she had hair pulled out, bruises on her body. Now, why didn't he call the police to go to the hospital? Why didn't he? She had to hide in the bathroom. She is the victim. Don't you dare twist this around. Get yourself some help. Change this. When you are a person that is the abuser, you do it around your children are affected. And for young boys, they will offend. It is the chance is more likely with a higher percentage that they will be abusers themselves. Not all of them will, but they will be. It's a likely percentage that they would. And it's a likely percentage that young girls will deal with men who abused them because they saw their dad do it. It is the behavior that they saw their dad. Get out. Get out. Don't stay. If you can't handle it, get out. Don't put your hand. We need to bring awareness so that we are protecting our people, because abusers continue to abuse and abuse and abuse, and the cycle doesn't get broken. It'll be her mother, her mother's mother, and it goes back. It's a learned behavior. You see it in your home. So listen, tip the DJ, producer Jay. This person really wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, they were not playing.
They was not playing with you. Not playing at all. So listen, I appreciate you, producer Jay, for everything that you and to each and every one of you for taking your time on a Sunday evening. We did not do Saturday because producer Jay was busy taking the 999 calls that he was sick of. They was sending him.
You know, when you call that much, you just know somebody's gonna turn their phone off. So I mean,
yeah.
I guess I got smart after 2:10 and cut it off. But
well, the police said to make sure you cut it off too. They said to cut it off. So let me tell you something. You can do whatever app that you want to, but once you cross a state line, you do this stupid shit, get stupid tricks, it becomes a federal crime. You can't do that. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna touch you and send some bang, 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 and WhatsApp don't matter when you do this, okay? You can't do it. The little apps don't work. They don't. So, producer Jay, I want to tell you, I appreciate you. Coming up this Thursday, we are asking everyone to show up at 630 South Saginaw Street, 11 o'clock a.m. to support victims of domestic violence. Wear purple. Wear purple, please. This is sponsored by the Color of Law Coalition, who is bringing awareness and supporting victims of domestic violence so that they can get out. In domestic violence. Domestic violence. So 630 South Saginaw Street is the courthouse. 11 o'clock, Judge Vicki Haley Bailey, Judge Vicki, her courtroom, and show support that, you know, in Genesee County and all over America, we are stomping out and we ain't tolerating no more domestic violence. We're bringing about awareness to bring an end to it. We want an end to it. So producer Jay, I appreciate you, and I appreciate my moderator, Sheena Jean. Looks, let me talk. I done made her. And know what, Sheena? I got a sister named Sheena Jean. Even though it's Patrick, my baby sister is Sheena Jean. Patrick, Sheena B, and Patrick G. I appreciate y'all. Patrick Jean, I appreciate both y'all. Thank you for moderating and being on my team of outsiders. I appreciate y'all, and appreciate you, producer Jay. I'm sorry that you are having to go through this with someone saying because you in Georgia doesn't mean I won't touch you and send in the gun emoji. I'm sorry this is happening to you because this should not be happening. But we do know some of these folks that was around here with domestic violence and shot some folks before. We do know that. So one thing, you be careful, producer Jay, because they want us to stop what we're doing. You know, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Patrick Jean. Love you too. And look, we're going to say a happy belated birthday to Patrick Jean. He had the most beautiful cake. It was black and gold. I believe Pittsburgh Steelers. So happy belated birthday to my moderator, Patrick Jean. Happy birthday. Look, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Patrick. Happy birthday. That's all I got, y'all. That's all I got. And I can't sing. That was not the gift that God gave me. Happy birthday, Patrick. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Listen, back to the mess. Show up Thursday, 6:30 South Saginaw Street, Judge Vicki Haley's Court, 11 o'clock a.m. Wear purple in support of ending domestic violence everywhere, putting an end. And the women who are elected should have released a statement. Shame on the women who are elected, especially in our city and in our county, who have not made a statement about domestic violence. And those of you who actually sent a letter, send me the rest of them letters. And thank you for helping us to stand with victims of domestic violence so that we can put an end to it. We could have never planned that. And I'm sorry that that young lady went through that. Sorry that her self-esteem, I'm sorry that she felt broken. I'm sorry that she stayed in a situation where she was not loved, where she was not cared for, where she was not taken care of, where she was not exalted, where she was not empowered, where she was not praised, where she was not valued. I'm sorry that she didn't feel the love that is deserving of every single woman. And then the woman, when you, the next woman that's with an abuser, what make you think he ain't gonna do that to you? Some of y'all be out here looking foolish and silly. You want the place of the person who committed domestic violence. That's the victim. And you're gonna be the next victim. You'll be the next. So I want to make sure to each and every one of you, I want every one of y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I appreciate each and every, well, no, we got a next week coming up next week. So stand together. I am against domestic violence. I hope you are too. And let's do your part. Producer Jay, thank you for producing the show. I hope you don't get 999 calls. And I appreciate the work you do with me. And I want to say, tune in tomorrow 9 to 11. Tune in tomorrow 9 to 11 on the Morning Bump with Wintis and Mickey. They are on Monday through Friday. They got some special shows. I can't keep up with the dates of their shows now. But Wintis and Mickey, 9 to 11, every Monday through Friday on the Morning Bump. They usually carry everything. I'm not going to break the treaty, because this is about educating the people in the community, and we will stand together on that. It won't be me that break the treaty. Let me say that. So tune in to the Bump tomorrow, 9 to 11 with Mickey and Winters. Now, y'all know the first 30 minutes, they're going to be telling everybody hi. And that's what? Facts. So, look, Winters ain't going to make it there to about 9:35, 9:40. So she be talking about my show runs 6 hours. Winters, you be about 40 minutes late. Listen, but that's all out of love. But tune in tomorrow with them. Tune in tomorrow to the Morning Bump. And I want to say, I also want to give a shout out to Mayor Karen Weaver and the Flint Urban News Network. She's got some powerful shows. Go over there and watch the show where she talks about one of the other victims who had the courage to speak up, Nakia Wakes, and she speaks to people about Leon. Women are coming forward of victims of domestic violence and having their voices heard. Go over to Flint Urban News Network. I believe it's on Black Money Matters, and check it out. Click like, share, and subscribe to the Flint Urban News Network. Make sure that we're growing our network. We're talking about topics and issues that make a difference in our lives. Go over there to Flint Urban News Network. Great station. They have some great interviews. Now, I don't know when they're going to do Clutching Your Pearls again, because they ain't been on with the lovely Miss Elizabeth Taylor, Carol McIntosh, Stephanie Rogers, and Mayor Dr. Karen Weaver. They ain't been on in a minute. So I don't know when they were there. Oh, Clutching My Pearls. That one ain't been on, but I know Dr. Weaver did a wonderful interview with Nakia, and it was great. Go over and check that out. And it is in my timeline, too. So if you want to go on my Facebook page, I don't know. Can we share that on mine? Can we put it on YouTube on ours or no? Do we have to replay? We can't do that, or can we?
Do what?
The one that she did with Nakia, put it on our YouTube.
You got to get permission from her, from Miss Dr. Karen Weaver to do that, because we don't want no strikes.
Okay, so she would agree anyways. So look, we're gonna talk about that. She would agree to put it on there.
All right, well, I'll download it.
Yeah, download. Oh, absolutely, she would agree. Absolutely, and she probably watching. Look, Dr. Weaver, I know you watching. You and other Dr. Weaver Rex. I know this is okay too, because she bringing about awareness. Me and her talk. She covered her surviving Leon back then, and she covered talking to Nakia again. Women are speaking out. Women are telling their stories and gaining strength, and they're being encouraged. And I am encouraging you to tell your story. Speak your truth. Don't carry it. That ain't your burden to carry. That ain't your burden. If you are in a domestic violence situation, get out. There is help. You can Google or you give me, I'll get you to the resources. I want to shout to Jolita Sims, the former the former Mount Morris Township Supervisor. Jelena, I'm gonna send you a big heart. I appreciate you. You have picked up your phone every time I needed to ask you a question, and I appreciate each time that you picked up the phone for me. I want to thank you for all that you do and your honesty and sharing your true story. Your true story. So, Producer Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
We out of here.
You sure? Because you don't act like that about 20 times now. You sure?
You
And listen,
asking me questions because you know
and
I was
listen,
going to do
you got dogs barking. You got somebody come out the back door on you.
back door. Look, I'm on vacation. Look, and for the record, I have 1 day of vacation. Okay. Wasn't no vacation. These residents, I'm getting calls from every single ward, all over. Ain't been no vacation. Listen, I done got about asphalt, potholes, you name it. I done got it. Speeding. I had a lady tell me yesterday, better thing, look, we ain't got no broadband. I said, no, we don't. I live over here. We don't. You name it, I done got it. This was not a vacation. Tanya Burns still answered her phone every day, and residents call me 7 days a week. And if it's something that's important during this vacation, I got the important email that I responded to help this lady get a new start on her life. And now she needs your support. This is during vacation. So sometimes you got to answer the call. So Producer Jay, I appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the night. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And y'all, and listen, we're going to be doing some shows that's going to be popping up. We got some things that we got in the work. We have in the works. And so, when we see it up, hit that notification bell so you'll know. Because there's some stuff that we got to talk about. I got kind of behind on stuff. So Producer Jay, let's hear it. Look, we done, close. Let's hit that music. See y'all.
It's the Tanya Bird Show, don't you know? Like and share, let's make it glow. Flint City News, we bring the heat. When we fight, we beat defeat. I won't give up, I won't stand down. City's heart will never drown. Together we rise, we've got the power. In unity we find the hour. The residents deserve much more. Let's break these chains open.